Hello and welcome to another episode of Echoes of Stardust CSG or Carcesium. We are back. Oh, the music's actually not playing. It should have been. I think I just pressed that wrong. There we go. There we go. Yes, welcome back. We should be going ahead and get started here in a moment. Real quick, we will probably have two of our other players joining us over the course of this session. However, one of them is currently at work and they will be here a little bit later, and the other one had something immediately that came up, but they have also said that they'll be here probably within the next hour. So we're going to go ahead and get started as they wanted us to, and we will go from where we were last time in a moment. Of course, first, we want to give thanks to everyone who watches our stuff. Thank you. It helps us immensely for everyone that watches and shares our content with those around. Get the project and the whole system shared around with people, and hopefully get more people trying it out and giving us more feedback and such, and growing the community at large. So, of course, if you'd like to follow along in either the Cursey or the Echoes of Stardust CSG adventure, or the Shadow Guardians adventure, or any other mini campaigns and stuff we host, you can do so by subscribing to the channel, hitting that notification bell, where you will be notified about most of our uploads. Outside of that, if you want to join the community and get more direct feedback on things related to Dreamforge and just in general speak with people that are affiliated with us, you can do so by going onto the description box below of this video and seeing the link to our Discord, where we manage most of our community, as well as all of our other socials for different things, whether it be art and stuff like that, which we should soon be having a lot more art uploads for things. I'm not sure which things that'll be, but I'm sure that you'll see on there whatever that ends up being. But yes, outside of that, of course, just thank you all for watching, and let's go ahead and get started here momentarily. Let me just grab our little recap here. That's not what I was looking for. That's definitely not what I was looking for. There we go. Now I'm on what we're looking for. So, after a short battle in the forest near Qual'd against the Direcockatoo, yes, that's what I meant to say. Direcockatoo. Jeez, it's been a day. Sorry. Direcockatoo, one of which being BOS infected. Starsha and Marliana began to speak a little bit more about their past, and more specifically Marliana's past, and moreover Starsha was trying to glean why Marliana had been so dismissive, at least as it pertained to Marliana's previous conversation that day, or a few hours prior, with Hirata about Marliana's abilities and family broadly. This revealed some small details about the young Marlis regarding her family dispositions, we'll say, and rather sour upbringing. Whether or not she realizes that, at least at this moment, or not. This led to Jai and Starsha consoling Marliana and empathizing with her position, even though there are still some unknowns regarding that. Even further, a connection was made during their conversation regarding Marliana and Starsha, in fact, as something that Jai noted that they, or Marliana and Starsha in this case, share a similar uncomfortability around their parents, and more specifically their mothers. Though the reasons seemingly differ, at least what has been initially gathered, though both situations have not been fully delved into as of yet, the party in general took notes as the situation developed, and the guild arrived to capture the rest of, or get the rest of the Direcockatoo that they had captured and transport them away. This led to the Echoes of Stardust Party heading back to the Qual'd Guildhall to make preparations for their trip back down to the southeast area where Lalel resides. While traveling, their plans are to continue towards Lalel and stop and do the Scrapper's Delight quest, and go searching for the constructs that they were told about by Gareth Steelclaw, the merchant and scrapper, that is kind of the main workshopsman in Lalel, at least at the moment, at least. He had told the party that the machines had seemingly went haywire in the area, and is hoping to get some new get some technologies salvaged from those machines, but also to garner what exactly is going on, as the machines, at least in the area that are related to their tribe, usually don't ever attack them. And any times they do, it usually is due to some type of interference or disturbance. And at least as far as he's aware, there hasn't been anyone that he's noted. So he's curious as to why they are attacking the locals, and such. Although, now as the party, I should say, arrive back at the Qual'd Guildhall, the party is met by Fari, Garyfang, and Eric. No Hirata, at least not in visible sight at the moment, who await their reports, and perhaps something more from Fari, we'll say. Though, a more direct question for that we'll have to find when we begin. So as I said, you all are now at this point back into Qual'd, and basically right at the doors, or getting into the doors. It is, at this point, past the evening. We're kind of bordering on like 9 kind of ish at night. Not late night, of course, but, you know, people, you can see the town is, in some elements, winding down, and kind of the more late night events are starting to be blasted around. But even then, that's still not, it seems like there's not really any major events or anything tonight, so it's still rather docile kind of moment at this time when you arrive back at the Guildhall. And on top of that, the Guildhall itself is also rather, what's the word I'm looking for? Gonna move you here real quick. But yes, the Guildhall itself is also rather calm. There's a few guild teams you can see. One actually kind of looking like they just arrived with, like, not with you, but a little bit before you. You can see their insignia that looks like a green dagger, and kind of a cloth that's draped over the side of it. It almost gives the silhouette like the dagger's kind of like a person with like a robe, kind of going off in the wind. But they seem to be heading like up the stairs from a meal and some other things. They are probably checking in for the night and just finishing. But yeah, pretty light night outside of, again, as you can see now in front of you. Eric, I almost said Parada. Eric, Fari, and Garyfang. Yes, no more Hirata jump scares for the moment.
For the moment.
Yes.
Well, we're here to report, right?
Mm-hmm. Fari will, or not Fari, Starsha will probably step up for that too, to a certain extent. As it's everyone that was on the quest originally, so here, so you don't, like, none of the other people that were not, you at least don't see immediately in your purview. Like, you don't see Fel or anything, or immediately around, or Gathor, but yes, Fari, or I think Garyfang would at first step up. Probably with Fari. Eric would kind of take a moment to stay, not step back, but stay back for a moment, as Garyfang would kind of ask, so how did it go? Well, how did the quest go? Kind of looking to the group. Would you be oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, you go ahead first.
I was gonna say, would this be a moment you would look at Starsha to say something? Because I do know that Starsha usually does say something first, but I was gonna say, like, let everyone else speak first.
I wouldn't mind looking to Starsha.
Okay.
But just, saying, we took care of him.
Yeah, I was say, I often forget that, like, usually Starsha is the one to speak, and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta get back in the mood of, like, Starsha, like, actually speaking as Starsha, not as a DM. But as you kind of say that, Starsha would echo it and kind of nod. Yes, the creatures weren't too much of a trouble, though there was one troubling thing about them, or at least one of them. One of them was BOS infected. And immediately when she says this, there is I'd almost say, like, Starsha doesn't really say it like loud, but to anyone that's around, including like Fari and the others, there is a kind of like silence that hits the floor for a second, followed by Eric stepping forward and says, "Well, what do you mean that there's a BOS infected creature? How many did you say?" Sarah's like, "1. There's only 1, as far as we can tell. Of course, that doesn't mean that there couldn't be more, but at the moment, we believe that one was maybe an offshoot of some kind, or maybe had been infected by." If I recall, you guys found that the creature had been wounded not by like another creature, but probably by a weapon, right? If I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yeah. So Starsha would just echo that, and he kind of nods. He kind of thinks. I'll make sure that I'll make sure that Eobon sends someone out to deal with the situation more directly. We need to figure out if there's anyone else that are out there with BOS infected tools that are trying to cause an uproar again. He kind of looks at Garyfang when he says that. Garyfang kind of nods very affirmatively, like, "Yes, that'll be for the best. I can delineate with that with you in a moment." He kind of like realizing now that that's what you said. Garyfang is like taking a much greater look at all of you. You can see even Eric, his eyes kind of glisten a little bit with like a little bit of a vibrant like yellow glow. I don't think that you'd have to make any checks to probably think like they're inspecting you to make sure you are all okay. But it seems after a moment they seem relatively satisfied. Oh, actually, there is something I need to do. As Starsha. Okay, that's. Please tell me that you actually can add something to your energy concealment that's more than a 4, please.
Is that really true? For Starsha, that's crazy. I would have never guessed.
Listen, I'm looking. Give me a second. I don't know.
That's like very low. I would expect a much higher one.
I don't know. I'm looking.
Maybe there's a skill that replaces it for
she has a 5. She has a 5. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, that's not that bad. That's reasonable.
Not that bad, yeah. I was like, please tell me that she has, like, so what I couldn't remember off the top of my head was if she just had her will, which is a 3, or if she had versed in it, because I was like, if you don't have at least a 4, one of them is going to notice, and it's gonna be, well, interesting. They might not yell it out, but someone's gonna get a question asked. Luckily, however, Starsha was studious and has kept her energy relatively hidden. Well, I guess not to Jai. Jai kind of at this point knows, even without Starsha having to vocalize it. I don't know if Starsha vocalized it.
Wait, Jai knows?
I don't think if Starsha vocalized that she was a paracausal wielder.
Starsha has not vocalized it yet.
But, like, in the last fight, Starsha summoned 2 giant moon laser beams from the sky and blasted a creature. Blasted 2 different creatures. So it's kind of out of the bag.
Jai is suspicious.
I think
suspicious, but Jai's not prompted it.
Okay. Also, Starsha didn't, like, no comments came up about it, so Starsha just hasn't addressed it either. Neither has anyone else, so take that as you will, Jai. Like, everyone just seems rather normal despite the immediate revelation that Starsha was just summoning moon pillars and moonbeams from the sky. But, that's okay.
It's just a normal day.
Yeah, just like a regular, actually, I'm not sure what day of the week you guys would be on, but either way, just a regular one of those days. So after a cursory glance,
just a regular day.
they seem satisfied, noting that none of you seem to have been infected. Ironically, actually, none of you actually got hit after it went berserk, to my knowledge. So, yeah, that was good.
Hadn't considered it, but we should probably know what day of the week it is.
We probably should. We'll figure that out.
I mean, we have the date, which is fine.
Yeah, we have the date and the number of days. We just need to, like, I know what day we all started on, and it'd be very easy to figure it out. But Not important
Right.
immediately.
It's just kind of crazy. This is the first time it's come up like that.
Yeah. Like, I can literally pull up the current date on the status sheet. I just don't know if it has a... One moment. Now I'm curious. Now I'm holding on the session to figure this out. It's Saturday. I actually do have it here. It's a Saturday.
Cool.
It's 6/9... Hey, 8/12. AW12. That time is not right, though. But that's okay. Or is it 6:10?
Wait, you say it was 6/9?
It might be 6:10. 7? I thought it was 6.
I thought it was
I had
because it was
at...
6 before our month break. Well, at least that's what my notes say. It was
Was it? It should
it
have
was
been
6
in,
before, like during the little time skip, and then it
It sh-
started 7/1.
there might have been a change. It should be June. It should be the beginning of the simmering season.
So then our month would have been during
Yes.
the May.
During the May, yeah.
Alright.
That was
I guess
that
I
might have
just-
just been like a change that was not properly recorded. But yeah. Also, it's been how many days? 10 days or 9 days, right?
It's our 9th right now.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure because I know it was like we started on the 1st to make it easy. So, all right. So the next day I can actually change this because by the end of the session it will be the 10th. In any case, yeah, sorry about that. But in any case, after that moment, Fari will also take a step forward and kind of make sure that everyone is alright. Garyfang will kind of say, "It does not seem that any of you have taken any particular physical damage from the creatures, but you should be careful. Though, I imagine that you all are accustomed somewhat to fighting infected creatures. God, Captain Bruce had told us about one of your engagements with the pair of Dorga, I believe. Well, that was a group of Dorga that happened to be infected. Well, in any
Yeah,
case,
definitely not our first time around the block.
we're happy that you're all alright." And he kind of like motions, right. And he will, Eric will reach over from a table and grab something. And he will give you all the reward for your quest, which I am also pulling up. Give me one moment, because for some reason, it was not pulling up. This was MSQ for... Okay. So he will approach and he'll say, here, he'll hand, I guess who's ever in front, which I guess would be like probably Marliana or Starsha at this point. So I guess like he'll just
He gave the report. Go ahead.
Yeah, so he'll give the stuff to Starsha, though Starsha will probably just kind of honestly offload this to you, Marliana, and say, as this is being handed to her, to put it basically when we get to the room, put it in the crate so that we can transport it later easily when we leave tomorrow. She will give you, or Eric will give you all 300 gold in a sack or a pouch. 4 armor shards and 4 earth crystals, all of those in each of those in like a box or like a mini crate, we'll say. A mini wooden.
Wait, 4 armor shards. What was the other?
4 earth crystals as well.
Hell yeah.
Additionally, 2 actually there's actually some other stuff. 2 potions of healing, 2 light potions of healing. 1 potion of favor, and then the remaining trank needles you have, which I think is 4? Right? Because one of the creatures you knocked unconscious, like, regularly.
Yeah. That won't be an issue, right? I didn't, like...
No, because it was one of the smaller ones, so they could very easily, like, put a net over it, and they can kind of keep it sedated.
Yeah, okay.
If it was one of the big ones, it would have been a problem.
Right.
And I mean,
What
as
was
you
after
kind of...
the light,
1 potion of favor.
light healing?
1 potion of favor.
Alright.
And as you kind of say that, Marliana and Eric's great things like, no, do not worry. Those creatures will most likely be kept by the Starsha. if it's the younger ones, it should be easier to keep them. And we should most likely within the next few hours, more realistically, by the time you are ready to leave tomorrow, we will be able to get you the parts that were taken from the battle.
Oh, right. I completely forgot about that part.
Yep, he nods. In any case, I believe that is all that, at the moment, that we have to give to you. Thank you for your assistance as well in this matter. And Garyfang will give you a particular kind of court that is more seen traditionally among the Alta Latal, as he kind of bows to you gives you thanks, and then he will leave with Eric. Eric will kind of turn over and he will say, "Yes, thank you both. Thank you all of you for your assistance. We'll be in touch if there's more information. We'll be in touch if there's more information and any other assistance we need. And undoubtedly there will be." And they'll leave.
Jai is just kind of like quietly taking notes of everyone, paying attention to what was given, what was said, people's facial expressions.
Mm-hmm. Fari will step over, and she'll kind of say, Your group has a very funny way of getting into trouble, doesn't it?" And Starsha will kind of nod. Fari
What?
looks at
No.
looks at all of you.
We just like to explore and discover new things.
Sometimes the discoveries
Yeah.
have a way of finding us as well. Just as I see. All the more reason that you need a guild quartermaster or coordinator. Starsha kind of nods, looking a little bit at her. She said, and she kind of says, "So does that mean you are fully agreeing?" And Fari kind of looks. Starsha looks at you, Marliana, Jai, the rest of you. Looks back to Starsha and nods and says, "Yes, I will accept your request."
Marliana is clearly excited and holding herself back from hugging Fari because, another member of our family has just joined.
Yep.
But this is yours. She's gonna I don't know. She's very clearly excited though, I guess.
Yes, Jai?
Jai is writing down that they are excited that Fari is joining, but Jai is also writing down a question. And Jai would like to roll a stealth to make sure no one looks over at Jai's notebook. But the question Jai is writing down is, how long will it take for Starsha to ask out her crush since Fari just joined?
I was gonna say, this is gonna be so funny, the second thing that's said right after that. So as that, you're going to roll the stealth, and as that's happening, everyone kind of either saying yeah or cheering or just kind of nodding. Starsha seems quiet, she seems like she's keeping her composure. Fari kind of turned and she's like, "I'll just need to make sure I get my stuff for tomorrow. We are heading out tomorrow, aren't we?" She turns back, and Starsha kind of snaps up "Yes, we are heading out in the morning. Bright and early, though I don't suppose that'll be a problem for you. You seem accustomed to moving schedules." And she kind of gives it a... Fari's kind of still kind of looking at her, and Starsha just kind of looks to the side and says, "I'm happy that you've accepted as well." And Fari will kind of turn her head and nod and just say, "That was an answer. That was a yes to both things, by the way." And Starsha, when she says that, there's an immediate stiffening from Starsha as Fari just kind of walks away with a smile on her face.
Jai is writing down both Starsha and Fari's just facial expressions and mannerisms.
Magellan kind of...
And now Marliana's excitement will burst through as
boy.
Fari walks away that, and she's gonna hug you.
She is like
Mm,
rigid, by the way, like super stiff. Like you
okay,
know how like a
did that?
cat that has like arched their back? She's basically like that, like super stiff for a moment, and then when she like after a moment of you hugging her, she kind of softens a bit.
I'm
Nice.
so glad Starsha's not gonna see Jai's notes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good
Magellan kind
thing.
of
I
walks
really.
over and he's like, "Oh, God, sorry."
No, I just said that's a really good thing. That was all.
I was gonna roll for Magellan, but you know, I'll roll for him because I think he'd be curious. He's not gonna see.
Nope.
Luckily. However, he is gonna walk over to Starsha, and he kind of leans over as you're hugging her, Marliana, and he's like, "Say, what did she mean by that other request?" And Starsha's like, "Pay that no mind. It's just another question I asked. Anyway, don't worry about it. We will be ready in the morning." And she like sits back, like after you're done hugging her, she like plops back on the ground and just starts walking like up the stairs, like going towards the room. And she's like, I wonder if she's like kind of like swishes her hair to one side, very much like trying to not think about things. It's like, I wonder if Felt and Gathor are back yet. We should probably check. Everyone needs to make sure they're ready in the morning, and that they'll double for Gathor. And she kind of keeps going.
Oh, the hair flip and everything.
Mm-hmm. Magellan's kind of like crossing arms, like, wonder what that question was. In any case, he'll walk up. He's like, oh, I am gonna get a drink though before head up to the room. Any of y'all want some?
Sure.
He says, all right. It kind of surprised me. I wouldn't have expected you to. Looks could be deceiving. What you want?
A Moscow mule.
He
So I'm
like,
still quite a good note taker, even with a bit of beverage.
and oh, we're taking notes just now.
Of course, it's always important to take notes during like meetings and make sure you don't forget any important details about upcoming fights.
Oh, guys. Yeah, thanks. Wait, were you expecting to fight someone here? Kind of looks a bit concerned and confused.
No,
Oh, that's good.
upcoming.
Okay.
Like, what if we fight like BOS in the future? Like another BOS infected creature.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that would be troubling. Honestly, I've kind of accepted that that's gonna happen at some point. Not gonna lie.
same.
But,
That's why it's good to take notes.
hmm.
I
Oh yeah.
agree. Actually, I take quite detailed notes too. She's gonna pull out her journal and show you just like where she's at, which is quite a few pages in.
Marliana, I'd love to exchange notes with you sometime.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, yeah, that would be good. Hmm.
Sounds perfect.
Magellan had stepped away to basically over to the bar or like to get like order stuff. He's gonna get Marliana some. He knows like you'll drink, but he's gonna get you some apple juice, some cider. Not juice, but cider, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
And he'll return after like a few minutes and give all of you your drinks. Homie has disappeared, but it's actually pretty easy to guess where Homie is. Not gonna lie, but Homie has, for all intents and purposes, disappeared.
Well, we only knew where he started the day, and yeah, things can be assumed after that.
Yep.
Yep.
He is, he's making sure that another person is ready on time. Okay, he's looking out for the team. Totally.
Sure,
The
sure.
team, you say.
Yes, the team, and that's all he's doing.
It's a good thing that the thing with Fari happen, because now Starsha has something else on her mind and won't have to think about where homie is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta use this to my
Things really
advantage.
worked out in his favor. This was
Yep.
really his day.
Mhm.
But yes, as y'all head to the room, you can hear there is a little bit of, not really commotion, but you can hear there's a bit of some speaks, like rumoring going around, like as you're walking the halls, like you can hear a group, like seems like they're rushing out to do something, and then someone's like, one of them's like, I wonder if we're gonna find any more of those weird creatures again. It's like, nah, it's like, I hope
Jai's
not. Hmm?
Jai's ears perk up,
Mm.
and they instantly start pulling out their notebook to
Okay.
take more notes.
But yeah, you hear like, I hope not. And I'm like, yeah, they smell awful. They're like, yeah, but I mean, he's like, well, you hear one of them say, well, someone's got to do it. Besides, I don't really know if these consortium guys really have the best marksmanship with dealing with these creatures. Hell, they didn't even really know how to. They didn't even really realize that they weren't physically able to be hit normally. Like, yeah, well, you know, it's not exactly. They're not all specialized for fighting various types of abominations and stuff, you know. Like, yeah, well. Yeah, let's hope it's not. And then they continue on.
Nah, I'm gonna have to
Stop them?
stop him real
Yeah.
quick. Like, oh,
Mm.
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but you were talking about weird creatures?
I guess since you're stopping them, I'll give them a brief description. One of them looks like a large lupin man carrying like a barrel of something and like a sword on it. It has like a long sword on his back. The other one seems to be a more demure lupin guy, but he seems to have what looks to be like two short swords kind of on his waist belt, one on the one on the left, one on the right. Or actually, probably both on one on the left side. And then you can see like a bow on his back.
Jai follows.
Yep. I mean, you're all like next to each other, so Marliana kind of reaching out to them, like maybe 10 or 15 feet down the hallway, like slowly walking over to them, them keeping still. Like you're all relatively in the same area, so you don't really need to like rush over. You can just walk over to hear them. But they kind of turn over,
Okay.
and the more demure guy's like, yes, is something wrong?
I just wanted to know about these weird creatures you were talking about.
Oh, they kind of look at each other and like, sorry, we didn't mean to concern you if you were. It's nothing major, just like we've been hearing about some abominations popping up.
Well, do you know what they look like or have any details?
The big guy says, depends on what
She
you want to
doesn't
be
look
talking
like she's
about.
scared of them talking about abominations. She's more just genuinely
Yeah, just
curious about what they have.
The big guy kind of like, he's like, huh, which one you want to talk about?
Well, any that you've seen recently, I guess.
Any? Well, outside of the usual monsters and stuff you can see that come out of the come around this area, the guy says, yeah, the ones that we've been dealing with lately, they've been, the guild has a classification for them. They call them, what was it? He's like, what was it, Chuck? He's like, they're called, water chimera, from what I understand. Though I don't believe that's the actual name. I believe that's a classification the guild and others have given them. And it says, well, I mean, that's how most names work, isn't it? It's like, yes, but I believe that the name is, how would I put it? It is fair to call them that, but I feel like it's missing a lot of nuance, per se. And you're like, well, I mean, I think it fits them. I mean, they're obviously made from a bunch of stuff, and that seems like it works fine for a name. Chimera, you know, made of stuff. It's like, yes, that's not entirely wrong. Anyway, outside of them, though, he kind of like pushes his friend to the side a little bit. He's like, outside of them, though, there were also some other creatures, the more, how would I say, spider-like creatures we've encountered. They've been appearing, however, from the south. He's like, oh, he's like, right, those, you called them something, right? You called them, was it, crawler or something? It's like the Beogal. That's what you mean to say. Right, Beogal. He's like, but I thought you said that they weren't abomination. That's why I did not say they were abominations. Anyway, yes, there's been some sightings of them.
Oh
but...
boy, I'm not spelling that right. Can you remind me how to spell it?
Beogal, Baogaul. Wait, U-A-L or U-L? I think it's one of those spellings. U-A-L or U-L. I think it might be U-A-L.
Alright, well then I think...
I feel like
yeah,
I'm
I
wrong.
think I got it then. I thought it was...
Ask me after the session.
That's fine.
I'll confirm. But it's one of those spellings. But either way, he kind of continues. He's like, yes, quite troubling creatures. Though there were more of them that appeared, at least within the last, how do I put it? More of them had begun appearing during the time when I almost forgot his name. Fuck. What is it? What was the previous mayor's name? It wasn't Aaron, was it?
Alan?
Alan, thank you. I'm sorry. I was mixing up two characters. I apologize. During the time that Alan was still the mayor, but they shortly disappeared. Well, they had the sightings of them. There was a surge of them, and then they just vanished. But strangely, over the last, give or take, week or so, they began to start appearing again. We noticed there was maybe a upturn on them. There's some reports that believe that Avaro might have been the cause of this. Or at least that's one of my theories.
That's understandable.
I have a question, Jai.
That's a theory of mine as well.
Jai, I have a question.
Yeah.
You took something from the box. And Starsha hasn't had the time to talk to you about it, but she is now realizing in the room that she needs to talk to you about this. You took something from the box of stuff that you guys took, from Avaro. Not all of it was checked in, so to speak, with the consortium and guild. Do you still have that on you? And are you wearing that? And or did you attune to it?
What do you mean by attune to it?
Did you attune to it?
You have to attune to it to get its effects.
To get its
so
effects,
if
you
you wanted
attune
its
to it.
effects,
You could hold on to it, but if you want to get its effects, you'd have to attune to it.
I don't think Jai would have attuned to it yet.
Okay, so you do have it on you.
Yes.
Roll me a sanity, please.
Oh no. Wait, I think Jai has a sanity buff. Please say Jai has a sanity buff. Jai does have a slight, ever so slight sanity buff.
Let's roll it up. Let's see what you get.
Jai rolled an 11.
An 11. Let me just check something real quick. No, that's not it. That's what I was looking for. I need to see something. Okay. Now you haven't attuned to it, correct?
Yeah, Jai hasn't attuned to it.
Jai, you hear a voice in your head. It says the word power.
Wait, what was the word again?
Power. It says you hear the voice.
Power?
It's not a voice you recognize, but it says power. Potency and power are the two words that pop into your mind. And you know they're not of your own. They're just something else.
My connection is cutting out a little bit. Can you type both of the words in chat?
Yes.
I missed the second word. Word power. Missed
it. The chat is just filled with cats.
Yes. As all chat should be.
Mm-hmm.
Jai is just kind of like shake it off and just, quietly vocally said, because alcohol's a bit strong. I don't remember a Moscow Mule being this strong.
The truck seems to be, at first he's kind of he's a bit confused, but he kind of shrugs it off. He doesn't seem to notice. He just hisses. But in any case, my theory, mine and some of the other, we'll say, Arcanist theories about the ordeal is Beogol are usually drawn by a strong arcanic signature, or moreover, as suspected by Alan himself, based on his reports, reports we were able to find, Alan had made a pact with the Beogol, very common, actually. This pact can have some arduous effects, we'll say, on the wielder, but also on the environment. See, the Beogol will sometimes use how we put it, an unsuspecting, an unwitting fool to be their pawn. They will seed an area around them, using them as a link point to summon their brood. And then eventually, once they get what they want, they will pull their presence and their brood through you via the connection that's now been made between their Pactee, you see.
What things do they use to pull things of sorts?
See, it can be quite unsuspecting to those that don't know. In fact, a lot of miners have accidentally stumbled across what looks to be a red chunk of quartz. And rather unsuspecting to many, especially considering there can be some arcane power surging through it. Many people don't think about it and just use it as a resource, which in some cases is fine, but if you happen to find a particularly potent source of it, sometimes there can be a psionic signature within that quartz chunk, and that can often be fashioned in some type of jewelry or something used by an enchanter or some type of arcanist or some kind, or channeler. And, well, that's where the connection is usually made on accident often. They use it as a simple channeling apparatus, and next thing you know, they're hearing voices in their head and getting offered deals.
Interesting. Could you, honestly, I would like to do more research on this type of power. It sounds interesting. I mean, Gem.
He kind of like, yes, it is like something that's quite thought-provoking and something that can be quite interesting to delve into, but I must caution around it. See, these creatures are very cryptic and very intelligent. Do not let their more grotesque demeanor fool you into thinking they're some simple-minded beast or monster. They are far beyond that.
How so? I'm curious.
See, I have done a lot of work in studying these creatures, or aberrant in general. It's one of my particular interests. But Beogol I find to be, they're not necessarily my most intriguing, but I find them still to be an intriguing inquiry or source of intrigue. See, Beogol are, to my knowledge at least, regarded as a particular type of aberrant that is more pronounced than the others. There are, in logs I found, multiple types of aberrant that are referred to by a pseudo first name. Beogol being one of them. The others escape me at the moment, but they are all under a few different names. There's been names like the Lords of Ruin, for instance, that you will see in various different logs in history and lore. They appear in those, usually under a moniker of 3 or 4 different creatures being talked about. The brood of Beogol, as it's implied, seem to be a swarm-like entity, or creature, a group of entities, that propagate themselves by seeding an area and then growing a hive out of it. Usually this means a lot of damage to the area around them. But on top of that, and a lot of arcane power and potential to be harnessed. A lot of people in history have, unfortunately, tried to use their potent red quartz, a byproduct made from their hives, and they often find in the chitin between their in their bodies. It's grown from it as a tool and resource for arcane instruments and investigation. But of course, the caveat here is this red quartz is something the Beogor can also use to amplify its abilities and, in fact, infect with psionic links. Which you can imagine is not quite good for those who might be using that quartz at the time.
That makes a lot of sense. Honestly, do you have any journals or research books I could potentially look at?
I believe there was a journal. Actually, it was one that was checked out. I believe it's currently confiscated, but it's the main source. But the guild has some information about Beogor. It's very rudimentary, but it's something. But there was also one that was in Qual'd. However, the mayor had expeditedly taken that book under his own, and I believe it's confiscated due to some of the rituals and other information that was there. A shame. I would love to research that book myself thoroughly, but yes. I believe it is under consortium watch at the moment. But I believe copies of said book exist. The book itself is, well, it is literature and information can be dangerous in anyone's hand that is unwieldy and incapable of understanding it. But I also can understand the concern with that book. After all, I believe it was used by Alan, in fact, for his summoning of the Beogor. But besides the point.
I'd honestly be curious to read a version of the book without the rituals per se. I'm not really interested in dipping into any powers of sorts that I don't understand yet, but I would love to just learn more about it.
Well, considering the nature of the information in this area, it might not be best to ask here, but you might be able to find one in several different places. The book itself is rather innocuous. It's just a book about different arcane and occult understandings. Nothing too out of the norm and such, and doesn't necessarily detail always. I believe that the book here just happened to have a lot of occult rituals that were addendumed into the book that was not normally in its issuing. For whatever reason, I'm not actually sure why. Actually, that's something that I've quite been curious about, though. I don't believe the guild knows either. If they're considering the book's addendums, it would make me believe that someone, at least in the area, that probably owned the book before, or at least was researching the topic, probably used this book as their own note-taking, right? For instance. Which makes me wonder, someone must have been already researching Beogor far before the mayor did. I'm not sure how long ago, of course, but it means that there might be some connection to Beogor to this area, far more than what's initially known.
I'm curious. Does the guild by any chance have like maybe a copy that I could pull up on like a tablet without the rituals?
Oh, on a visualizer
Like,
device of some kind? Maybe. I'm not
yes.
really sure the guild's gotten any orders here for visualizer devices and tablets, but you might be able to special order one, though they are expensive. Even our guild doesn't have one yet. No, we're hoping to get some installed on one of our new vessels or transports.
How much do they cost?
Oh, that could be, depends on what you're wanting, but a screen could be anything from 4,000 to 5,000 gold.
Interesting.
Let
Thank you
alone
for
having
letting
one
me
of the
know.
special ones with all the different bells and whistles.
I will definitely keep that in mind. Is there any way I might stay in contact with you? I'm very curious about this.
Yeah, he kind of says, you may call me, the big guy is like, you've been talking about all that fancy arcane stuff. His name's Chuck. He's like, my name is Shook, but Chuck is fine.
What do you prefer?
The guy, has, he kind of, reaches down with, a hand, grabs him with his arm and pulls him in close, for a hug. And he's like, ignore my partner here. He's being dumb, as usual. He kind of says, whichever you prefer. And he will give you his name is C-A... It looks just like Chuck, but it is actually 2 U's and not 2, and there's, a hyphen between them. So it's C-H-U... and then hyphen, and then U CK.
Oh, okay. I will definitely keep in touch. I would love to learn more about this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice. Nice. Ah, and I believe you might want to know our guild team name.
Oh, yes. What is your
Uh,
guild team?
DM pulls up name generator. No, I can come up with a name. We'll call themselves. They call themselves, considering this is a team of particular arcana study. Despite what it might initially be led on to believe based on his partner here. We'll call.
Every team needs a bit of muscle.
Mm-hmm. We'll call them Mandala. Mandala.
Can you spell that a second time?
Mandala. Mandala or Mandala.
Thank you.
Also, I'll put it in chat. There you go.
Bet.
Man, I really gotta wonder how much Marliana should say in this moment.
Do you want to say something, Marliana? They look like they're about to leave.
Do you guys have what are they called? Transceiver devices?
You kind of look. They look over as they're about to walk away. Oh, yeah. The other guy's like, "Yep, we do," and he kind of like flashes his ear, and you can see he's got a device kind of around his ear.
Could we exchange transceiver device contact?
Shu kind of looks over and he's like, "I don't see a problem with that," and he will give you their signature.
And we're Echoes of Stardust.
Echoes of Stardust, perhaps. Are you particular ones that study the Shattered Echoes?
Sorts?
Oh.
I wonder. I don't know if Starsha does, but Marliana doesn't.
Marliana's like, the who now?
I honestly think she should roll to see if she knows who that is or not.
If you want to, feel free. What would this be?
Jai very nervously said of sorts. Jai's preoccupied thinking about potency and power.
It's like, what potency and power? Jai, do not go in the van. No.
Jai would like to get their hands on the book.
Don't listen to the weird snake man who says he'll give you power.
Jai is very curious about the book.
Oh boy, I can't wait to say what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say it. I just don't know exactly when yet, but it's gonna be soon.
It's gonna be funny considering when you guys get to the room, because Starsha's about to say something to Jai, because she knows who has this thing, and Starsha knows what it is. No, but either way, so right, lost my train of thought. So yes, you exchange numbers, and then roll me a knowledge technological. Actually.
Wait, me or Marliana?
Both of you. If you want to know more about the Shatter, see what you know about Shatter Echoes. I'll let you do that or a knowledge. Actually, Jai, you can roll. So I'll say this, Marliana, technological. But for Jai, you can roll either a technological or you can roll a recollection.
Jai's for sure rolling recollection.
Okay, because you might have heard about this in your time in the academy.
Hey, tell me their name again. Who am I trying to remember?
The Shattered Echoes.
Well, Shattered Echoes. I thought so.
Yes.
Jai rolled a 17.
Okay. Wait to see what Marliana gets. Your answers will be a little bit different, even if you both pass. I didn't put the DC very high, about a 15.
All right.
Okay, both of you would know.
23.
All right. So, This is also one of those where even though the DC was high, like getting higher wasn't going to give you a crap ton more information necessarily, because there's obviously just stuff you wouldn't know about them regardless of how much you knew. But
Yeah.
both of you did pass, so we'll go Marliana first. In your time studying, and by studying I mean like researching some of the books, or just going through some of the books about like smithing and stuff, from your uncle, and just in your pastime, you encountered the name Shattered Echoes in some of his notes very, very rarely. Like, it's not something that's like a main thing, and just something you've seen occasionally in a few books about like materials, and like researching different materials. Whenever it had to do with things about shard technology or shard-based technology, as rare as you would have encountered it, Shattered Echoes would have been very, very slightly mentioned. You understand them to be some type of group, believably during the Architekians' time, just based on what you could glean. Also, was something you said? Sorry. I thought I heard someone.
Not from me.
Oh, okay.
Not for me either.
Okay. So yes, you understand them to be a group that, or an organization that existed at some point during the Architekian era. Maybe a bit after as well, but you're, again, notes very sparingly, and you're unsure, and it didn't seem to be a focus of your uncle. But yes, they seem to have some type of connection to shard-based technology. Now, Jai, you are aware of similar things. A group of scholars, arcanists, and engineers who were seen as, even more so than the architects themselves, the pioneers of shard-based technology. All enchantment-based tech that would be like using a shard, an elemental or energy shard of some kind of affinity to power technology. That would have been all relating to them. They were seen as one of the biggest groups that did it. However, similar to the architects in their era, their time is assumedly having had passed. However, their, you could call it expiration date, if you will, traces actually a little bit further, or a little bit past the Architekian era's one, with it maybe appearing to kind of coalesce or connect somewhat between the Arrow Echo, which are the Auroch Vane's kind of main foundry and group of engineers, and the incident involving their creation. See, it is a very big theory, but not ever been confirmed, really, especially not by the Auroch Vane, that the Shattered Echoes in some way is connected to the Arrow Echo. Not just based on the name, but just because of a lot of the connections made between their type of technology and the fabled Shattered Echoes technology. Since Arrow Echo uses a lot of shard-based elemental technology. So it's not exactly, crazy to think that that's where those theories would stem from. However, of course, Arrow Echo has never actually definitively agreed that this is the case. There could be a multitude of reasons why, but this is something you would have learned in the academy, as considering Noblesse's relationship with Arrow Echo being like that of a positive one. There is a lot in their curriculum, especially for those aspiring engineers of shard technology. A lot of Noblesse technology is based in some amount of shard technology as well. That they would have at least heard the name. Now, to your extent, this was not necessarily your main subject of intrigue, considering that you were, I believe, alchemy and something else, right? Jai?
Yep.
Yeah. But there was also some ties. The shard technology they used wasn't necessarily just for powering things like armored knights or ships and things. In fact, there's even ties that show that some of the shard technology they might have used could have been capable of powering generators that powered entire grow beds and gardens and stuff. Though very rare, still definitely having believed to have existed. And the big thing with shard technology is, and like why it's so like, important is, one, it's a rather easy energy to harness if you are a enchanter rather than a, engineer, because all you really need is an apparatus, a holder, and a way to draw the energy, that draws the energy, and then like to plug it into something. So very easy to do. And also, it's rather easily rechargeable and renewable. See, as long as a shard doesn't have a rupture or crack in it, like from overusage or like from overpowering something, thing like that, or like taking some actual physical damage, it basically never runs out of energy because it will draw energy in from the environment around it. Or even better, like people that are channelers can also pump their own energy into a shard in order to get it to jumpstart and or like refill it. So that's why it's one of the more revered in terms of like colloquially I'd say use energies because of that, or power sources because of that. So just a little thing that you heard about them.
I think Jai kind of, while still being a part of the conversation, still being very much there, Jai, while thinking about the shard, I think Jai would try to roll an energy concealment.
Okay. Roll an energy concealment.
To conceal said shard.
Ah, you mean the one you have. The, what is it, a bracelet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's bracelet. Yes.
Yep.
Meanwhile,
Jai isn't wearing the bracelet. The bracelet's
right.
kind of somewhere.
It's in your pocket somewhere. Meanwhile, as Shuka's asked this question, or Chuck as his partner says sometimes, he will say, "Is there a problem? Was I mistaken?" Oh wait, no. I'm sorry, because you did say that like you did that, or Jai did say that you guys dabble. So he's like, so you do. They're quite a rare one.
Our main focus, but I mean, we're interested in all technologies.
So does the Stardust or the Echoes not refer to the Shattered Echoes?
Shoot, now I gotta remember.
What it refers to.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Magellan's like, it's a new name. We're still.
It's funny because the two of us, Magellan and I, were the ones who put our two names together.
Yeah. He's like the star. He's like the Stardust is it's more I'd say about the Stardust thing, but I guess you could say we like to leave echoes wherever we go. Think of it like that. It's like so more like a lasting. You'd like to leave a lasting mark, is what you're saying, and your actions leave echoes, something like that. It's like, yeah, in a way, you could say that.
Yes.
It's like, a clever figure of speech. Okay. And it says, well, in any case, well, yes, we'll have to trade notes. And he says, well, sorry, we must be on our way. We do have to we have a little quest to go and investigate one of these recent sightings of water chimera. We need to make sure that we dealt with them. I wonder why they keep appearing though, and they rush off on their way.
Jai,
What was your energy?
I stepped away for like 30 seconds.
Oh, they walked off. They just said like.
Oh, Jai rolled a 16 on the energy concealment.
Okay. Magellan.
Oh wait.
This is Magellan. Magellan, what's your passive stealth, Jai? Or not passive, mood. My bad, mood. Passive mood.
Oh, mood. Mood is a 13.
Magellan kind of like, as he's standing there with like his hands on his hip, or one of his hands on his hip, and kind of looks over, he's like, so, Jai, what was with all the fidgeting over there?
I was just like very curious. Also, I'm a bit startled by the BOS. Should Jai roll misdirect?
Yes. You definitely should roll misdirect.
Oh,
Ooh.
man.
Ooh. By the way, are you saying this as you guys are walking back to the room? Like, kind of talking, like, as you're walking back to the room?
Yes, Jai rolled a nat 20, so...
Oh! Really? What's your
both
bonus?
rolled nat
What's your
20.
bonus? I need to check. I gotta
3.
check more. No. What's your
It's a 3.
regular bonus?
No, on misdirect is just a 3.
Oh, so you have 33 then. Okay.
Yeah.
Because the thing gives you a plus 10. All right, let me check something. Let me check. This is a rare occurrence. Magellan. Let's see. For him, it would be a mood. Ah, lucky. You beat him by 2. He's like,
Perfect.
all right. And he kind of just shrugs as you guys get back to the room. Marliana, you want to say anything as you guys are getting back to the room?
I want to say something as we walk into the room. Like, as we open the door, that's when she'll say something.
Go ahead as you open the door. Magellan will open the door, and he's like, all right, well, in any case, opens the door.
And I will say it quietly, like I'm not being loud with this. So we've actually seen that book before, Jai.
We have?
Well,
as you say that, Starsha is actually walking right. It looked like she was about to walk out of the room as she runs into Magellan. And she stops, looks at you as you're saying that. Continue.
well, hold on, wait. What was it? I gotta think about some of the ways.
You said we've already seen that book, and then Jai, they said.
No, not that. I'm thinking of something that happened before. Because like it's been pretty clear that we've met people in Qual'd.
Yes.
But I feel like it's also been mentioned at least once that like we're kind of new here, but like we're not.
Yes, some people like Garyfang knows that you're not, but most other people believe that you are new for the most part. So
I guess I haven't asked, but I kind of just have to assume, like I have to think of how I assume Jai feels about the situation, or like what, you know. Yeah. Anyways, well, it's a bit complicated, but we helped take down the mayor and the Baelgall from before. I guess she'd see Starsha and be like, oh, Starsha, there's more Baelgall.
As you say that, Starsha grabs you, grabs Jai, and yanks you both in the room.
I would probably be closing the door as
like
walking.
She's pulling all of you into the room.
Jai, like out of shock, just like jump back.
And like closes the door.
Like in the same way, can Jai like jump back in the same way that a cat would if you just like put them next to a bathtub with running water?
Yes, Jai just joking, leaps up. It's fucking, and Starsha immediately closes the door, locks it. Like, by the way, Magellan's like in. He was the first one in, so he's just kind of like, what is that? He's like, shh, and looks over, and looks at, because I think she knows, she knows who it is. Yeah, because she asked, someone that did know. So he looks over and she says, Jai, where's the bracelet?
I just put it up in a box somewhere.
She's like just narrowing her eyes, staring at you. Jai, I know you have the bracelet.
I'm not wearing any bracelet, and Jai just kind of like twists their wrists.
Jai, she looks at you. Jai, I'm serious. Where's the bracelet? Do you have it on you still?
I'm not wearing the bracelet.
That's not what I asked.
I put it up. I'm not wearing it. I put it up in a box. Do you want me to go pull down the box?
I want you to give me the bracelet.
Why do you want the bracelet?
Okay, she kind of like she's looking at you in your eyes, and she says, "Have you heard anything from the bracelet?"
No. Oh, I did meet a guy who was talking about a lot of interesting things.
Rolling
I have to do research on it. I also want to do research on the bracelet.
As you continue, rolling misdirect as you continue to speak.
Okay. Another misdirect.
What is she?
This is spiritual insights.
Also, why did you grab me like that? That was so hard.
This is funny.
Ooh.
One moment. I think she has at least something to this, so she might. Let me check. Can she use spiritual insights for this? Yes, she can.
I did energy conceal.
You did. But she knows you're not being truthful, and she's like, she looks over, at you as you say that. She's like, Jai, you can't change the subject. So have you been hearing? It sounds like you've been hearing them. I don't want the bracelet for
No.
me. I want personally to destroy the damn thing.
Can I at least do research before you destroy it?
Okay, so you do know where it is.
I said it was in a box.
You have it on you, don't you?
I put it in the box. Of course I know where it is.
You have it on you, don't you?
I'm not wearing it. I told you. You keep saying I have it on me.
didn't
I'm not
say
wearing it.
you're wearing it. I said you have it on you, as in like on your person.
Jai is going to.
Magellan just
Can Jai
looks
roll
over.
to see how well they maintain composure?
Yes, Roman instinctual. Magellan just says that's a long silence.
No. Fuck. Jai rolled at 18. Jai is gonna say, okay, it's not actually in a box. It's in a little bag that I have under the bed.
Please get this.
Fine. Jai is going to. Can Jai try to sneakily move the bracelet from Jai's pocket and
Yes.
put it in a pouch that
Romy-
happens to be under the bed?
Roman agile hands.
Okay.
And anyone who would like to, you know what? Oh, you can roll. Anyone can roll an active awareness if they'd like. Oh god. All right, Magellan.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn it.
Magellan's coming in clutch.
He is. What'd you get?
Me?
Yeah.
A 6.
Funny enough, you beat Starsha, but you know who you didn't beat? Magellan. Actually, you beat Starsha, I think, by 1. But Magellan's like...
Jai.
Magellan...
What is Magellan gonna say?
He kind of walks, as you're like looking over, he'll kind of walk over, and he's like, oh, and he grabs the bracelet, and he's like, oh, I think you...
Can I try to stop him, like contest him grabbing it?
You can. Roll me an agile hands.
Damn it, another agile hands.
That is how the hands do.
You might beat him.
That is. The hands must be agile. Jai rolled a nat 1.
Damn.
He does manage to snatch it first, luckily, just barely. He's like, well, I saw it falling out of the pouch under there, so I figured that you didn't want it to hit the ground, so. And he'll just hold it up.
It can hit the ground.
Hand it back
it's
to
a
you.
bracelet. It's not gonna break.
Well, my mistake. I didn't know how fragile it was. He's just holding it out, like, to you to grab again.
Jai is just gonna put the bracelet on.
So I was like, no, what are you doing? Don't do that.
It's fine. As long as I just, like, don't keep it on me too long, it's fine.
It can attach to you. She's like, okay, let me...
I don't think that's what the guy was saying. I think he said the opposite of that, actually.
You know, curiosity didn't actually kill the cat. It's just, like, something people made up.
Alright, so
I
listen to
don't
me.
think that's true, actually.
Alright, listen to me. Jai, I'm not saying this because I want the bracelet or anything. Honestly, I was about to try to shoot it and get rid of it. Or smash it.
What if you
What?
destroy it and something bad happens?
Right now, it's probably in its weakened state because it lost the person it was latched onto. Meaning it's hungry, well, hungry is maybe not the right word. It's looking for another person to latch onto.
How about we do research on how to safely destroy it?
I'm okay with that, but you should not wear it. While it's being worn by you, there's a chance that it could try to latch to you.
Well, like, if it latches onto me, I can just take it off. And Jai takes the bracelet off and then puts it back on.
Not what I don't mean physically.
See?
I don't mean physically, Jai. You know what I mean. You're adept enough spiritually to know what I'm talking about.
I know what you mean, but also, like, if I take it off, then won't it just inevitably unlatch because it's away from me?
Not necessarily. She'll go into her bag, and she will pull out a couple pages. And she will, like, 4 or 5 pages, and she'll say, as she holds them up, these are some of the pages that were things that Alan was using.
Can I read them?
She like, well, I assume you're looking at them. She just kind of motions them back towards her a little bit, and it's like, no, you cannot at the moment. Not unless we put the bracelet in a container. Then you can read them all you want. This is how I know how this bracelet could work.
Okay, are there? I don't want to read the rituals because I'm not trying to do rituals.
It's
with
not
this
just
bracelet.
rituals.
I just want to know more about
It's
them.
also information about, a little bit of information about Beogol, so more specifically the Pact potential, how they do pacts. There's
Do
obviously
you have a
information
container
missing.
that's magic-proof?
No, but Fari's getting me one. I informed her this morning.
Okay.
Because as soon as I figured out what this
Why
was...
did you tell Fari? You could have like told me to tell Fari. I would have told Fari.
You weren't present, and also I was scrambling trying to find it, because as soon as I realized what it could be, when I recognized the color and what it looked like, I knew that we had to make sure we found it before we did anything else. And I was pointed to you, being the one that probably took it, once I narrowed down a few people.
Who mentioned it was me?
I'm not saying that, but regardless. They didn't say it because
I'm
they thought
trying
you were
to
stealing
convince
something.
Starsha that.
What do you want to say to her?
With a friendly persuasion, not a threatening persuasion.
Yeah, just what do you want to say? Like, what do you gotta say?
I'm just like curious on who actually said it. Can Jai roll something?
Yeah.
What should I roll?
Either a charm or it depends. Well, it depends on what you're gonna say. You gotta say it first, then you can roll.
Oh, Jai's just gonna say I'm just curious on who said it or who knows.
Charm.
Probably not ideal for most people to know that I have this thing.
Roll me a charm.
Okay.
Charming.
Jai is going to look at Starsha with big cat eyes.
Starsha does not fall
And
for the
they
big
don't
cat eyes. Starsha looks Jai. They did not say it. Honestly, I'm not even really sure they said it because I realized. That's besides the point.
Jai is staring at Starsha like Alfredo in the picture where he has a crown on.
Starsha is just looking at you, deadpan, and it's like, Jai, that's not going to work.
Why not?
She just folds the papers back up, puts them in her bag, and just says, for now, just leave it in the pouch.
Okay.
Honestly, you're not the
Jai
one I
takes
was
off the
initially worried about, though I guess your, how would I say it, observant and more curious nature might be a danger. I was more worried about Marliana.
Marliana
Marliana.
turns and like looks out the window, scratching her temple, like what? No. I
feel
have
like
been more quiet than the average on purpose, I would say.
Magellan, would you hold on to it for the night?
Why Magellan? Also, are we really sure we want Magellan to hold on to this?
I have a feeling about something. I think that he might be more, how would I put this, resistant than the rest of us towards this thing.
I kind of can see the logic there too, given
Magellan
his
crosses his arms. What do you mean? This
Well,
is
you're
See, he doesn't
a
even
little.
understand it.
And what? Well, there's a reason that he's probably the best person to hold on to it.
he looks at you, like expectingly, like he doesn't know, so he's wondering like, what do you? Why do you think that?
Well, it's because of your abilities.
Hmm? You gotta raise an eyebrow.
And she'll whisper. I mean, not that she expects anyone's listening, but she'll whisper like, "Your transformation."
Oh, he does
Can
that. He
Jai listen in
transforms.
and be nosy?
He does. You say that. You say that, and he transforms into Jai.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have said it quiet enough for Jai not to hear, just for anyone outside the room
Yeah,
not to
anyone
hear.
outside of the room. Also, Jai, have you ever seen Magellan transform before?
No. So that's gonna be
Jai,
like,
Oh, it's always a treat
stop
the
copying me.
first time.
you're looking at another you right now as he says, "Oh, that," and he transforms. His figure shifts, goes a little bit. I don't know if you're taller than Magellan. I think you are a little shorter than Magellan, but shifts
Hmm.
down in size and stature slightly. And though he is still wearing his own clothes, he looks like you, Jai.
Jai's gonna say, stop copying me.
He looks over. He's like, "Stop copying me."
Jai is going to pull out their notebook and just take notes.
Jones like, "Well, I don't got a notebook on me." He said it in his voice though.
Exactly.
He's just back into Magellan.
Jai is going to try to convince Starsha to let Jai keep the bracelet
What are you gonna
and
say?
say, I feel like whoever watches the bracelet should understand how the bracelet works and also should be someone that's not going to get persuaded by said bracelet based on the information I found out from Shuck.
Well, Starsha kind of looks
Starford
over.
had the knowledge to know that it was dangerous. I think maybe she should take it then.
No, I don't need. I don't want to take it. There's a reason. You are right. The reason I wanted Magellan to take it, at least for the night, till we can get that container for it, is because I believe that Magellan. In what I was reading in one of these pages, there's a mention of a type of creature. Something that I wouldn't exactly call is something that might be related to a Beogol somehow. It's described.
Yes.
It's
I
not
mean,
really
Shuck
given
was
a name,
talking.
but it's described in a way that resembles Magellan's characteristics, the ability to transform its shape, among other things. And it says that they have a, we'll say, higher resilience to certain things, since they are related.
So you're saying that I wouldn't be resilient enough to be able to resist the bracelet?
No, I'm saying that Magellan has the most natural resilience out of all of us here, most likely.
Fair. But if Magellan is keeping it, then I can't necessarily do more research on it.
In the morning, we will have the thing we can put it in, we will be able to put it into the device. That way we can keep it, not the device, the holder. That way we can keep it in a contained area so it doesn't have an influence on any of us while we're studying it. I'm not saying you
I
can't
don't think it's
have
gonna.
it. I'm saying that you just, for now, we just need to keep it out of most of our hands. It's just for a night, John.
I don't think it's necessarily gonna hurt me if I just do research on it for the night and then put it in the box tomorrow morning.
Why can't you just wait? Why don't you want to wait till the morning when this is safer to do this?
I've never been one to wait for the morning to do research. I mean, you can ask my whole family. I'll pull an all-nighter doing research.
Okay. Still, we know that it would be safer if Magellan has it, or at least that's the most prominent theory I have.
Yes, but then I'm missing out on vital time to do more research.
It's fine.
I have an idea. How about I hold on to it and I do research? And if for some reason this bracelet makes me go crazy, you can shoot me.
Yeah, it's crazy work after the thing with the story.
Yeah,
It definitely is.
that's crazy to say that. I like to imagine at this moment, homie, who was with if you're wondering, homie, you were with Rebecca at this moment, making sure that she was ready to leave. If she was gonna leave in the morning with you guys, which she is. You are probably now returning to the room just to check things in, maybe grab a few things as you might want to. Would you want to stay the night in Rebecca's room tonight? Homie?
Am I allowed to?
Yeah. I mean, no one stopped you. You're just popping in right at this moment, and the last thing you hear entering the room is Jai saying, "If I go, I'll keep the thing tonight, and if I go crazy, you can just shoot me." So that's what you hear entering the room. Mm-hmm.
Well, does that mean I have to go back to her place?
Who?
I'm
Rebecca?
already in her room.
Do
Yeah.
you want
Oh, you had to
go
leave
back?
for a moment to get something. You can go back to her room. Just grabbing a few things like your bags and stuff to make sure you'd be ready to leave in the morning, since you know the party's leaving bright and early.
Well, I want to go back, but I don't. I don't also expect anything. Yeah.
I mean, right now you're just at the door of the room. So do you want to?
Yeah. I
mean, this is what you're walking in on. So do you just want to grab your stuff and keep moving, or do you want to say something?
I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay, just quietly grab your stuff. This is happening.
Jai is going to elaborate and try to explain. So hear me out on this one. We have a hunch that Magellan might have a stronger resistance towards this. But if Magellan gets overtaken by the bracelet and you have to like put him out or something, everyone would be very hurt because they've gotten attached. I'm the newest member of the group. You guys are obviously less attached to me. So if the bracelet makes me go crazy and you have to shoot me, less of a loss. Plus, if you have to, you still get all of the vital research that I've written down. And you can have copies of my entire journal. All of them. That are here, of course.
Magellan kind of looks over. He's like, Jai. He's like, I don't think it needs to be that serious. And he's like, calm down. It's not. And he kind of like.
I mean, we've heard what this bracelet can do. I'm not saying that the bracelet is safe by any means.
He's not really looking at you. He's
I'm
kind
just
of
saying
looking
it's
over at
less of a loss.
Starsha, by the way, when he says that.
What is Starsha's facial expressions to this?
Just very
I wanna roll
like
a mood or
dead.
something.
Go roll a mood. Her expression is very deadpan. Like she hasn't really shifted her demeanor at all, as she's just kind of looking at you.
I'm rolling.
Yep. Marliana, what are you doing? You say anything?
Jai rolled a 22. What did I pick up on from Starsha?
Well, first I want to see what Marliana wants to do, say or do.
Just out of curiosity, what time is it right now?
It's probably around 10 at this point. You guys are planning on leaving at 8 in the morning. Early.
You said we're getting up at 8?
Leaving at 8, so probably getting up around 7.
Leaving at 8.
Is it 10 p.m. or 10 a.m.?
PM right now.
Oh.
Yeah, it's night. Yeah, it's night.
Yeah, so we don't even have that much time before going to sleep.
Yeah, probably like an hour or two. Well, unless you're Jai.
Jai doesn't sleep.
Unless,
Yeah,
I was gonna
unless
say,
you're
like,
Jai.
I do know that Jai doesn't sleep.
Which does technically Jai's not wrong about like being able to research all night. You know, like that's not entirely a lie, but whatever. Entirely, it's not a lie.
I don't know if Marliana knows that. Like, I know that I've seen you awake before Marliana wakes up, and I've seen you awake before she goes to bed, but like, I don't know, maybe you just sleep less. I don't know if she would know. So I
Yeah.
guess with
What
that
would
in mind,
Marliana say?
well, Jai, I mean, the researching is an important thing, and I understand wanting to put your all into what you do, but like, you do still need to sleep, right? Like, there's not much
No,
time before we leave tomorrow.
I don't need to sleep. In
She
fact, if I
like
sleep, you
crooks
should
her
be
head to the
concerned.
side when you say that. Like, what?
Magellan's like
What do you?
metaphorically
If I,
or
literally, if I sleep,
oh
you should be very concerned.
huh.
What does that mean?
Well, in any case, start to oh
I mean, you can infer what I'm trying to say from this, but trust me,
I can't
I
infer
don't
shit. What? I
sleep.
just know you're not supposed to go to sleep, and that's just like the most opposite thing I've ever heard. What do you mean
Oh,
infer? I can't infer shit. You're weird. I mean, look, it's not
unless
normal, all right? It's not. It's not the average experience. It's something
only a strong
still thinking
magical
about.
entity for the most part would make me go to sleep. So, if you guys wake up the next morning and I'm asleep with this bracelet on, then you should just like blow everything up. Just get rid of it all.
I think that's a bit extreme, but good to know, I guess. So you
Flash
don't
cut
sleep.
to the time Jai goes to sleep. The following aftermath being the area they're on is on fire afterwards. It was a call that had to be
It's been
made.
put in the air, so it's inevitable now.
But
Uh,
Wait,
meanwhile,
is Jai actually like seeing this happen
seeing what
with
happened.
Jai's abilities? Jai falling asleep and then
No,
everything just being
I
on
was
fire?
making that was yeah making a joke. I'm sorry, that was a joke. I should have. I can see how that could be seen that way. So yeah, that was a joke. But in any case, the answer to your 22. So Starsha has been a deadpan stared, as you know, or staring, and hasn't really reacted at all to your response at first. There is a flicker of something after you said it that kind of you catch for a moment as Starsha, like, as the conversation kind of continued away from Starsha, as she kind of looks away for a second, and it's kind of, you can tell she's lost in thought about something. There's not a direct indication of anger or anything like that, just deep thought and kind of recognition. And
Is it a flicker of like content, a flicker of excitement, a flicker of sadness?
it's a flicker of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Resignment? Like realization and then resignment to something. And then
have plans now.
What is the
she,
realization?
well,
I think
you'll
I
have
know.
to garner at something, but she will just say, "You can keep the bracelet. Don't worry about. I said, don't worry about it."
Also, well, thank
Gentlemen,
you.
just keep an eye
In
on
all
her,
honesty,
please. Sasha's going to look. She goes looking for something, and she will start to walk out of the room.
wait, Starsha.
She stops.
In all honesty, because I know that you're the only one who could do this and wouldn't like chicken out. If for some reason in the morning I don't let you put the bracelet in the box, shoot me.
Doubling down is so crazy.
Sasha kind of thinks for a moment, and she just nods and walks up the room. Homie,
I'm gonna immediately follow. Like, I'm not letting a second go by.
Yeah,
I'm not even
you're-
gonna let the door close. Close it.
Jai is going to take notes about potency and power.
I'm sorry, I like that was what was note taken after that. Potency, power. Understood. Homie, you got your stuff.
Jai is also
Go ahead. Go ahead, Jai.
Jai's also gonna like it's just like a full-on journal at this point. Jai's like never had any interest in potency and power. Knowledge, of course. Exploring new things. finding the answers to things. But power? Not really. Never really had much of an interest in power. Why potency and power? What does this mean? I must know.
If it only been Marliana, I'd have got this. Anyway,
Me.
yeah, exactly. If it was Marliana, it would have been. This could have been a different story. But Jai is somewhat resistant to certain urges here. But regardless, homie, yeah, you got your stuff. You're all ready. You can make sure you're ready to go in the morning. You just gonna head out. Head back to Rebecca's room.
I want to get something before I get there. Is there anything open, like a bakery?
There's like the guild like I wouldn't say market, but like I guess like kind of eatery, like what is it, like mess hall area. It's open. You can grab some like sweets and stuff if you want.
Yeah, I want to go.
Some
Wanna get,
meat
like, a
buns
sweet-
or some. I mean that's not really a sweet, but yeah, there's meat buns.
I'll
There's
get the
also
meat bun for me.
okay, and then you want like some pastries for Rebecca.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can guys have a nice night. Enjoy your meal before you head off in the morning. Anyway, cutting over real quick to go ahead, sorry.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't mean to cut you off. You can
No,
go.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Is Jai completely alone in the room now?
No, Magellan's there. Felt's asleep. So is Kathor. And Karina is playing. Karina's kind of quiet, kind of confused during this entire situation. But is also taking. She's reading through some notes that Starsha left her about probably some outfits she needs to be doing, and she is kind of starting a little bit of those. You can see her like setting up some things. She'll probably be doing that for the next 2 hours before she heads to sleep.
Can Jai roll a stealth to try to do something without anyone noticing?
Yes, you can. Roll stealth. What are you doing?
Jai is going to try to slip the bracelet back on and just kind of stare at it.
Okay. I'll let you roll an agile hand
Jai
for
rolled a
stealth for
13.
this, if you want. 13? Okay.
Jai rolled a 13.
What is, Karina's passive? Awareness?
Awareness, let's see.
I know Magellan's is like a 15.
It's a 15.
Well, 16 for Magellan. Well, you both notice. Karina... But wait, you said slip it on? You're gonna slip it on your like, wrist?
Yeah, on your Jai's gonna slip it on their wrist, and Jai's gonna say, "Trust me, I'm not gonna like turn into like a psycho in like 2 seconds. I'm just
Magellan's
curious."
like, I hope not. Also, what the hell? Come on, Jai.
I just want to know what it does.
That's not what
it will say.
Not what I meant. Yeah, it's. He kind of like scratches his head. Look, you could have been a little bit more.
All hell breaks.
No, you could have been a little bit more tactful. I guess is the word I'm looking for.
What do you mean by tactful?
Just look, some of us might have been thinking it, but you didn't have to just say it like that. I mean, Starsha's got her own rough around the edgesness, but you could have been a bit more sensitive about that. Did you really just have to go out and say that she could just kill you if things went wrong?
Well, hear me out.
That was like the whole ordeal we were in earlier today with Gothor, like trying to disprove the other Gothor. If anything, you're just reinforcing it.
My apologies. I wasn't trying to reinforce it. The reason why I just said it is because I know that if something needs to be done, and Starsha does do it, y'all are gonna hold it against Starsha. So you can't hold it against Starsha because I literally told Starsha to do it if something has to be done.
That's besides the point. It's just never mind. Just I'll keep an eye on you. He just sits down.
Jai just kind of writes down, I wonder what it's going to say next. I'm curious.
Magellan's like, why don't you just put the bracelet on me and watch me all night? I mean, if you don't got to
Because
sleep, you can see it, what it's gonna do. Or if it does anything.
you're right, but also, like, I don't want to put you at risk.
I'm not... Listen, I'm a little bit tougher than it might seem.
If anyone has to be at risk, I'd rather it be me and not anyone else getting hurt.
I'm noble of you, but still. Starsha said I got some type of natural resistance to the thing. I didn't hear her say that about anyone else in here. He kind of motions like his arms out.
True, but resistance doesn't mean it's impossible.
Yeah,
And
you're
also, I'm
right.
kind of curious
but
of
still.
what it would do.
To who? You?
Yes, if you have resistance to it, then that means it's not going to do much if it does something. I'm curious.
Yeah, you like risking things. Maybe that's... Yeah,
A little risk is worth the reward. Sometimes it's not, but sometimes it is.
Man, you're talking like
I'm
too
not
many
usually
people
one
in
to
my
take
past.
risks.
Whatever. I'll just keep an eye.
Does the bracelet do anything else in the next 2 hours?
No, it does not, actually. You're not trying to attune to it, right? You're just carrying it.
I think Jai is going to get antsy, and at the 2-hour mark,
No.
Jai is going to try to attune to it.
Oh, no. Ah! That's...
It wasn't me.
It wasn't you, and literally was told, don't do this thing. And Jai's like, nothing's happening. I'm gonna do the thing that I was told not to do.
Did
By the way,
curiosity kill the cat? Is the real question.
By the way, this is kind of validating what Starsha said, but you know, that's okay. Alright. You attune to it. And it takes you a little bit of time. We're gonna cut away for a moment from that. And we're gonna cut back
That's
over
wild.
to Starsha, huh?
I said that's wild.
What do you mean?
Cliffhanger.
Yeah, we'll cut back to what's gonna happen there. So you have Marliana and Starsha. So Marliana, you follow Starsha out of the room, as she's walking down the hallway. And she's like, "Is there something wrong, Marliana?"
Yes, there is something wrong.
She looks over to you. I assume you're walking beside each other.
Yeah, I don't plan on stopping until she does.
Yeah.
You know that's not necessary, right?
What's not necessary? She looks away, like looking forward.
You don't have to shoot anyone.
Is that what you want? Walked out here to tell me.
Well, I just don't think
I'm sorry.
it wasn't fair of her to say.
That came out very snappy. I apologize.
It's okay. I mean, you have every right to be upset. Don't.
I'm not I'm not upset. It makes
Well, I
sense,
am.
logically
For
speaking.
you.
Jai's not wrong in her assessments of me or the situation. She's kind of looking like... Her eye... She's not really squinting, she's just kind of like... You can tell her she's just kind of more... She seems just more like tired or kind of rested, I guess? Or not rested, like restless. And she just says, I'm not surprised if that's what you're wondering, or feeling in any particular way. It's just something that I expect.
But that's not how it should be. That's not an expectation we want to hold you down with.
Besides, if it was the party's life in danger, I probably would make something of a call like that.
Well, I know homie says it just as a joke, probably. But, I mean, party mom isn't really the most inaccurate thing. You should be the one who takes care of us, like you do in combat. Anything else shouldn't be your responsibility.
Didn't I tell you that I'd rather you refer to me as a big sister as opposed to that?
I suppose so.
She kind of looks
Especially
over
with
when she says
Fari
that.
here now.
She nods. But...
How about we just focus on the goods that tomorrow will bring and not the bads? And if something is wrong with Jai, you don't have to be the first person to step up.
She looks over when you say that. She doesn't say anything. She's looking over at you.
And look, everyone in the party is responsible for each other. And even if you're the big sister, we can still take care of each other all the same.
And for each other's responsibilities, you say. Be careful, I might hold you to that.
I hope you do.
In any case, I just went down to get something to eat for a moment. Nothing major. I assure you I'm not upset.
Okay. Well, if you want the company, I can come with.
Feel free.
But if you want to be on your own, I understand.
Feel free. There's no reason for you to not.
Yeah, Marliana will join you then.
More
of a smile on her face.
Yep, and she's not lying. Like, she does go down and get something to eat, and but she doesn't go back to the room immediately. She sits in the mess hall and eats it with you.
Yeah,
probably just talking
probably
about.
Pull out a book while we eat.
Yeah, just to read a bit. She probably actually would be doing the same. Not the Beogal book, mind you, but the or book with the pages, but the what she does still have on her. She still has those, but she's reading that engineering book. So you get probably another 2 hours together.
Cool. Oh, speaking of hours of things, I didn't write down the time we traveled.
An hour. It was an hour.
It was an hour?
Yes.
Alright, cool.
So 3 hours total.
Yeah, actually.
With whatever you were doing.
Alright. As we're eating, just as like an offhanded comment, I guess it's a bigger offhanded comment, but all this nastiness with the Beogal, should we talk to Fari about that? Should we get involved?
She kind of flips her fork in her hands, kind of twirling it, and she kind of thinks, might not be a bad idea, at least so that Fari can put a report in. But at the moment, I'm not really sure if it's something. It sounds like they're already working on the situation. Besides, they probably know more information about concurrently, at least, or in the current situation than we do. As to our little Jai situation, for now we'll just keep that in the party.
It looks like with one new helper in the party, there's also one more little troublemaker.
Yes, it does seem so. They've got quite an inquisitiveness about them.
And that's okay. I mean, I agree with it in its nature.
Yes, but you've got to be careful with something like that.
Yeah, it's interesting being on this end of this situation, actually. I don't say that as Marliana.
Thinking that out, like thinking in your head, like, huh, yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah.
But yeah, Starsha kind of nods. We'll see where things go. And speaking of that, cutting back, Jai.
Oh no.
I would like you to look at your character sheet and your
My
equipment.
character sheet?
Yes, check your equipment.
Oh
You-
no.
You have a new item.
Is it under the bracelet or is it somewhere else?
Yep, the red quartz bracelet.
Oh. Hmm.
You get this.
Is it promise of potency?
Yes.
And so it begins.
A small mote or promise of more. You gain the following bonuses while attuned to and wearing this item. Choose 1 second or lower arcane or causal spell to ready. You may channel that spell twice per long rest without expending any soul charges. You additionally gain a +1 bonus to your spell save DC on spell attack rolls. Or sorry, save DC and spell attack rolls. Additionally, if the spell you are channeling is from the arcane or causal domain, this is a +2. When you channel a damaging spell or effect which matches your affinity, you deal a bonus 1d6 damage matching your affinity on a single instance. There you go.
Does
Yeah.
the bracelet speak and mention that I can take a promise of potency?
Yes. It doesn't just what you would probably feel after you commit to that, and unfortunately, Magellan is. I'm gonna roll something. I'm gonna roll a soul sensing because I don't actually. I guess I'll have him roll a soul sensing, but I feel like either a soul sensing or a knowledge soul energy would be equivalent here, but I think it's the same plus. Yeah, it's a +1 regardless. So this is for Magellan to see if he knows what you're doing. Magellan!
If this is happening 2 hours after we left the room, what's the timing looking like for when we get back to head to sleep?
This would be around the time you guys head back, but Jai would have already done this.
Okay, so this happened before. Wait.
Yes, this happens before. This happens before.
Okay, yeah.
You
just want to
understand.
make sure I didn't.
You would be arriving a little bit after this, though, but that would be a little bit too late. Jai, you have made this connection. You have attuned to it. Yeah.
Can Jai roll like an instinctual or something to see if Jai makes the logical, or maybe logic, to see if Jai makes like the choice to choose one or to take the bracelet off and say this is a bad idea?
Oh, I see.
After Jai has attuned.
Yeah. Jai, roll me a knowledge. Do you have a knowledge? You roll knowledge soul energy if you'd like, or a knowledge faith. One of those two. Too bad your subject of study was
Knowledge
not
soul
enchanting.
energy.
All right, go ahead. Also, too bad your subject of study
Jai
was
just
not.
has really high knowledge soul energy though.
That's fine. But yeah, as I was saying, too bad it wasn't enchanting because you probably could have used your academic resources or academic understanding here to actually know. What'd you get?
I rolled a nat one.
Ooh. You're not really sure, Jai. You're definitely attuned to it. You can feel the spiritual link to this object. But yeah, you're not really sure. Maybe it was automatic. Maybe it impressed it upon you. Maybe you subliminally chose it because you were thinking about it. Like, you're not really sure. Might have to do some research about it.
Damn.
What would you like to research? I'll give you the time for researching it. How long would you like to research tonight? And is there anything else you'd like to do?
I rolled a nat one. Jai? Is Jai thinking more Emotionally or logically?
I don't know.
At this
What is
given
Jai
moment.
thinking? What is Jai thinking at this moment?
Can Jai roll?
Sure. Yeah.
What type of roll would that be?
Maybe instinctual, and then whatever you think is normally Jai's like way of thinking would be the one you would need to beat like a DC for, but the other way would be the if you fail, it would be that way.
So Jai inherently is not a massive risk taker, and Jai is more cautious.
So
That's
that
crazy.
would be.
Despite the fact that Jai more recently has been taking a lot of risks.
Yeah, I know, right? In that case,
We
I'll
know
say
different people.
DC 14 or 15. Roll an instinctual. We'll say 14. DC 14.
Okay. Jai rolled an 18.
All right, Jai, you are into your more cautious manner right now. You are.
Jai will take the bracelet off.
Okay, you took the
But
bracelet
Jai
off.
will do research for 8 hours.
You're still attuned to it. You know that, right? You can take the bracelet off.
It doesn't
Mhm.
change much now.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
change
know.
much now. Okay, I just wanted you to know, like, if just taking it off doesn't mean that that's that. You can still feel the spiritual.
I
link.
know, that's part of the fun.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
fun of it. Jai will actually hand the bracelet to Magellan and just say, "You can watch this, and I'll just do research."
Oh, all right. Sure. You got shrugged. So just what made you change your mind?
I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't be taking too many risks. Can Jai roll a misdirect?
You kind of shrugs. Huh. Well, and the door opens. You see Starsha and Marliana come back. He's like, well, in any case, happy that change your mind on it. He kind of shrugs. Anyway, I'll head and sleep. He stretches and just puts it in his pocket and plops on one of the beds. Says, all right, wake me up. We gotta go. My bag's already packed, and he will head to sleep. Starsha as well will nod to you, walk over, take off her like jacket and pants, and just curl up into bed and go to sleep.
Before Starsha goes to sleep, can Jai stop Starsha?
So look over. Yes.
I suppose what I said was a bit harsh.
There's no reason to feel.
I don't mean it. I don't mean that you're cold by any means. I just mean that you usually have the balls to get what needs to be done, instead of getting distracted by your feeling.
She kind of thinks the balls to do something that needs to be done. I guess that's a way of putting it.
Can Jai roll to see how Starsha is feeling?
Roll mid.
Okay. I wish I knew what all my pluses were off the top of my head instead.
Nah, that's
Kept
fine.
back and forth.
Even after all this
We'll
time
get there
playing,
eventually.
yeah,
I
you'll
look all the
remember
time.
you'll remember specific ones, but often you'll have to keep checking them. Especially as you start getting more stuff that starts messing with it, you'll be like, I don't remember.
That makes sense.
That's why the documents are there.
Yep.
Jai rolled a 16.
Dang, it's 6 o'clock and it's this dark. That's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
Mhm.
pitch black. Oh, it's not quite pitch
It's
black, but it's
almost
almost there.
it's almost pitch black.
I'm usually inside working when this is happening, so it's jarring. To say the
Yeah.
least.
Starsha seems resigned. She seems tired, but she also just seems resigned to like certain things, and she's just going through the motions. She looks like she just wants to go to sleep, but she also is just resigned to things.
I know I'm keeping you up. Is anyone else awake at this time?
I
I'd
imagine
probably
there's
be
a
getting
few
ready to go to
others,
sleep.
but most people are asleep, but not everyone is. Like, the Karina is also probably at this point in Pact put most of their stuff together. They're going to sleep. Felt was already asleep, so was Gathor. Magellan just popped into the bed. Marliana's up, but like she said, going to sleep, getting ready to go to sleep. Starsha's in the same, and then you were probably the last one. But it's not going to sleep, but you know, it's like up. Home is
Jai. Jai is gonna like whisper into Starsha's ear like very quietly. In case I don't get to tell you this in the morning, shoot your shot with Fari.
She just kind of like, her demeanor definitely shifts. She gets, what do you mean shoot my? She like turns over to
You
you
know
very
what I
quickly.
mean.
She just rolls her eyes, and just she says, "I'm going to bed."
Okay.
And she plops into the bed.
I'm going to keep doing research.
All right, you will get 8 hours of research.
Okay. In these 8 hours,
Oh yeah, 8 hours of research. Would you like to make a check now, or would you like to keep researching to make a check with a potentially lower DC?
Jai
What
will
is it,
keep
every
researching.
4 hours or is it every 2?
I think it's every. That's a you check that. I believe it's 4. I think you're right, but yes. So every 4 hours you decrease the DC by. You can treat it like you're getting a +1, but it's decreasing the DC by 1.
Of course I don't have chapter 8 open. Alright, come
After
here.
8 hours, wouldn't Fari be showing up?
Yeah, well, everyone will be getting ready to go to leave because 8 was your time to split, or at least head out to go leave.
That makes sense.
So.
Alright, it's
Jai?
every... Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know that part. But you have to spend a minimum of 2 hours to read, which is interesting. And then, yeah, it's every 4 hours the DC decreases by 1.
Does Jai have any buffs for this? I feel like Jai would for some reason.
Maybe check your stuff. You might actually. It might be background stuff.
Reduce the amount of time. That reduced my time to finish a book. Additionally, when you act as a lead form of research through a research. Jai's not part of a research center.
No,
is
this
Jai?
isn't part of a research center. This is just general research. Oh wait, no, this is important. You only need to spend a minimum of 6 hours. Okay, so 6 hours in, you would be able to start reducing the time instead of 8 hours because you have thorough research here.
Can Jai spend an
Within 2
additional
hours,
2
that'd
hours?
be a +1.
Yeah, because because at 8 is when they're going. So yeah, you'd have 8 hours total spending doing this. So yeah, two more extra hours.
Okay.
And then call against.
Jai just gonna spend 8 hours.
Yep, 8 hours cumulatively. 6 hours would be when you could start making the check, and then another 2 hours. She needs, or they need what? 4 hours to reduce the DC.
Yeah, every 4 hours.
So and it's a minimum of 2. So the next time you wanna, if you spend another 2 hours, you'll reduce that DC by 1.
Can Jai spend it at like 10 hours total?
Well, at 8
Instead of
is
8?
when everyone gets up. So there'll be like an hour break because that's when you guys are getting like. Actually, it wouldn't be an hour break. It's probably more like 20-ish minutes because everyone's got their stuff together already, and you just gotta head over to the stables, get your mounts, and then head out of the town. Which, yeah, I guess I could do that part real quick, and we can get back to this in a second. Everyone wakes up.
Okay.
Full rest. Everyone restore all your stuff, health points, soul charges, whatever, maneuver points, whatever you need to. You're all bright and early and ready to go. On top of that, Fari, of course, is waiting by the door. You can see that Fari has a Guardian Shard pack on. Different in design than Starsha's, but it does have some similarities. For instance, their main connection point seems to be a kind of neck brace that they wear, like the thin one. But also you can see there's some like the shards on Fari's actually kind of fall along on her shoulders, and Fari has seemingly 2 of them that float around her. So they kind of connect to are on her shoulders, almost like shoulder pads. She's got a bag as well to her side. You can see there's probably her clothes and some other stuff. 2 bags, I'd say, probably. And she is mentioned that she will say, I've already got our mounts and everything ready. We just have to get to the main stable area, then we can leave. Also, beside her, you can see... Go ahead, sorry.
I just said, how handy.
She nods. I'd prefer to be studious and quick about things. Starsha just nods. That's something I like. Beside Fari is probably Homie and, who I guess now all of you would see, Rebecca, who got some of her hair back, or her hair back. Jai, Jai would have seen Rebecca before, but probably not known any significance about Rebecca outside of like just other town stuff. But yeah, she and Homie seem to be talking about something, like not necessarily immediately paying the party attention until you all walk up. And yeah, she kind of turns over. She's like, "Oh, there's the rest of the party." Oh, sorry, and there's the rest of the party.
So it's good to know that you remember all of us. You're one of the few. Lucky you, homie.
Yes,
give him a little wink.
It did take me a moment, but I did remember. And she kind of gives like Homie a little like wink.
It was a roller coaster.
Started like,
It always is.
So Rochelle will be joining us. She can see like there's a little bit of a like Rebecca's eye kind of twitches a bit. He's like, I can see that miscreant Fox still doesn't remember people's names. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. It's sometimes hard for me to remember people. And she kind of says, but speaking of that, it'll be good to have you. We have been needing a, how should I say, a pack mule, so that'll be very helpful.
Hold on, ladies, please. I have snacks.
Tell me in between.
My snack.
Fari just kind of chuckling. She says, "Don't worry," and she will pull something else out. Open up. It looks like it looks like a briefcase, and it is full of different pastries and meat buns. I also got everyone breakfast.
No fucking way.
Starsha's actually kind of surprised, like, thank you. She's like I said, I've been a coordinator before for someone, so I know how to do these things. Besides, it seems as though you all don't necessarily always look after your main health, so it might be good that someone's doing so.
It's good to know more people are looking out for us, especially with snacks.
So if you kind of nod, yes, she'll take a meat bun and she'll just start eating it. She's like, this is pretty good. She kind of nods and starts eating more. She's like, now...
Oh yeah, I'm going in.
Yeah, she's like, now we need to eat and walk, come on. We have to, if we're heading over to the well, the earlier the better. Oh, yes, the earlier the better.
Are they in the room with Jai, or are they outside the room?
Oh, everyone's outside of this. Like, everyone is out of the room. We are like on the way to the stables at this point.
Does that mean that the bracelet is also gone?
The bracelet's in Magellan's pocket. Oh, actually, that raises a good point. It would still be in Magellan's pocket for now, because they wouldn't be brandishing it just out and about. But they will be doing something with it once they leave the city or the town limits.
Does Jai?
Yes.
How far would they get in 2 hours?
In 2 hours? Are you talking about the 2 hours after the 8?
Yeah, like would Jai be able to catch up with them?
What do you mean catch up with them?
That-
Oh, you want like to stay at they're and it's only gonna take them 20
No, Jai
minutes.
doesn't want to stay. Jai wants to catch up with them after the researching, even though Jai is skipping breakfast, debatably.
I mean, like they're checked out of the room, so like, where are you gonna go? Because like they're going from the Guildhall to the stables
Mm.
to leaving. It's a 20-minute.
Yeah,
It's like a
I mean,
20-minute ordeal.
Is Jai wouldn't be with them? Is Jai with them right now?
Yeah, everyone's together. Everyone's leaving out now. This would be the time everyone. That was why homie and Rebecca were there because everyone's leaving out.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. No, you're fine.
Would Jai still be able? Would Jai still have the things from the bracelet even after they put it in a box?
The things from the bracelet. Oh, yeah, you would. I mean, it does require you to wear it to actually use them, but you are still attuned to the bracelet even in the box.
Jai is starting to regret what Jai told Starsha.
Yeah, well, you know. But yes, as that's happening, you guys get to the stables. There is not really any major fanfare. Brees actually will be there, and he will see you off. He looks like he's been patched up a bit more in the last day. He looks like he's relatively healed all the way up. And he kind of like, he nods, he says, "So, you all headed out?" He's just looking at all of you when he says
Yep.
that.
We are
Yep.
heading out.
It'll
I'm
be
sure
good that you're
we'll
helping the
attack-
Lalel people. I believe Eric and Garyfang and Neobon have plans on brokering a sort of more direct dealing with the Lalel. It's something that should have been done a long time ago. I'm sorry. Something that should have been done a long time ago. And we failed in that aspect. So we will try to make things right. If it as it were.
We'll do our best to help the situation out.
You know, and I'm sure if anything comes up, we'll give you a call. I know that you're still apparently waiting for one of your, I believe they're referred to as guild. He kind of looks over at Fari. Not attendant, correct? She says, "No, it's a special officer." He nods. Then when they arrive, we will also send word, of course. If they arrive before, of course, you're needed again. No doubt you will be in the coming days, I'm sure. Once all the resources and such have been gathered and packaged, we can send our people down to start, well, we can start sending fleets down. We've already made a few of the checkpoints, so it should be a lot easier and safer for travel. Though, of course, with some recent appearances of those water abominations, I'm sure that you know that it'll be somewhat of a back and forth, at least until we can go after those creatures in the sea. Or that creature in the sea, you would say.
Of course.
Then await your return, then. And he gives you a
Yep.
consortium bow.
And keep on resting. Don't push yourself too hard.
He nods. I have a lot to do to make up for what's happened in Mocha and my failures in that aspect.
Yeah, well, still, your health is important too, but
Of course. I can't protect anything if my health is not in good status. He nods. Of course, you as well, Miss Marliana. You take care. Until next time. He will turn. He will wave to all of you, and then he will head off with another two of his soldiers.
sounds good. All right.
I'm sorry, I read something, and I shouldn't have laughed at what I just read. I'll tell you later. That's definitely not something I want on record. What I laughed at. Anyway, yeah, so after that sequence, you're all put on the thing. Now, of course, your wagon is a bit like it's not that it's a small wagon, but like there are more of you than can really fit on the wagon that well. So some of you are kind of like sitting on probably like there's a canopy that goes over the wagon. So some of you are probably like a little bit hanging on that. We're on the sides a little bit. You would see that like really quickly, Starsha would probably have homie helper makeshift like grab some nails from like a bucket and like a couple of planks and like just slam them on the sides. It's not the best, but it's something you can at least kind of like stay perched on a little bit on the side. Maybe takes like another like 10 minutes ish to do it. It's not sturdy, and probably if any damage were done to this, they would probably like get torn off. But again, if you're just sitting on it, it's not going to be too bad for a moment. For the moment. But yeah, you guys make your way south. Now that would be we'll probably say 30 minutes. So 8:30 now, as you guys are making your way. Starsha was look over to Fari. Of course, I imagine Marliana and Marliana and Karina are kind of swapping turns with the Brutus and Sobek to like helm them.
I guess eventually. I feel like 30 hours. 30 minutes isn't quite enough time.
No. I'm not talking about like I'm talking about for the entire journey, not just now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like maybe 4-ish hour every it could probably be about 4 hours total. So like every 4 hours or like halfway switching. Probably as you get into Lalel, just so like because Karina knows the land like the back of her hand, so it's a lot easier for her to like not get stuck in like parts of the wetland and things like that. Like get it a lot easier.
Yeah, for sure.
Stay above like water or stuff.
Paying attention.
Yeah,
I'll be paying attention to all the habits she has in this area, just so I can try and pick up on it too.
Yeah, Karina would be talking about like certain ways to like always check. Like every now and again, she would stop the wagon and get off, and like she would show you like here's how you can check like water levels and like where the water level might start going down and where it might recede ahead, things like that. It's always good like maybe scout a good like 100 feet ahead just to make sure that you're not going to fall into like a puddle. She'll show you like in some parts of the wetland there's like puddles that look like they're maybe a puddle of like give or take like a half a foot deep, and then Karina like shows you to step in it or put your hand in it, and it just goes down until like they're very deep. They're much more deeper than they look. Like they're like 3 foot to or more puddles sometimes, like almost bordering like getting close to like being like a river depth, and like she's just giving you like information that can help you around navigate.
Ooh.
However, as that's happening, about like an hour in, or they're probably another 30 minutes in, because you'll be past the city limits by then. Starsha's gonna look over at Fari and say, "Fari, did you manage to?" She's like, "Oh right, one moment." She will reach into her bag and she will pull out this case that you can see is lined with some type of metal. You're not sure, but it's very. And when she like brings the case over, you can tell there is some weight to this case. It's got a glass like outer side, but even the glass looks somewhat denser than normal. She says, "Yes, I had a couple of these. So I figured that I could probably find one hanging around the area. It could be useful here. Small enough that it should fit that. You said there was some type of crystal? You said bracelets with quartz in it." She looks over. John, do you have it?
Oh, I gave it to Magellan.
And John's like, "Oh, right, yeah." He fishes around. Yep, here you go. He gives he's like, red quartz. The same as... Starsha nods. Yes. This is the same as, I assume, what was supposed to be on Alan, minus the whole fiasco that happened at Qual'd. He says, "So Beogol quartz, or Beogol red quartz then." She nods. "Yes, indeed." So, they put it in, and she closes the thing. Now, Jai, the connection is still felt, though it is, you can feel it almost kind of like recede a little bit, but it's still latched on there.
Okay. Did Jai I hear anything else from the bracelet in this time before it was put in the box?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
Starsha kind of looks over at you. Is everything all right, Jai? You can inspect it now and
Yeah.
such. You can even take it out if you need to, but just be mindful. This thing could potentially try to latch onto you at any point. Honestly, any of us if we're too close.
I will be careful.
She nods. She will hand you the. She'll hand you it. She'll just in the container. And like sit back
Do
down.
I need to roll an energy concealment to make sure that they don't know that I've already latched onto the bracelet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'd say you're good.
Jai just kind of like puts the box away and doesn't pay any attention to the box. Hopefully that would not lead the group to believe that Jai's already latched onto the box.
Mhm.
I mean the bracelet.
My cat says he knows Jai's secret. Cream has walked over and is meowing at my door. Is that right, Cream? You know Jai's secret? In any case, I'm gonna need a roll. Not for the bracelet, ironically. I'm gonna need some rolls. So you are on technically looking for this this area, as I recall. You're gonna need to find signs. So who is your tracker? I actually think I might have already been designated in your party status. Karina, yeah. Karina's got a +5, I believe. Yep. So go ahead.
All right. So, do we have any idea of what direction we're heading in? It just kind of makes me wonder how much time I should focus.
South.
All right.
South.
South.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's. Oh, okay. South is cool.
Let me also move you on the map.
Yeah.
And
Is this gonna
also-
be after the 4 hours of travel we did total?
That's not the right page. One moment. One moment. I had the wrong no wonder that was broken. I was trying to pull up the Roll20 window. Unfortunately, I did not have the right window pulled up. There we go. Did I mess something up? Hopefully I didn't. Slideshow. There we go. We're fixed. You were saying, sorry? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, you're fine. The check I'm making, is it after the 4 hours of us traveling, or is it? In
Yes.
between?
Yes, it would be. Because it'll take you about that long to get into Lalel proper, or into like the Lalel area. Actually, you'd probably enter the Lalel's
Right.
zone within the first 3-ish hours, but yeah.
All right. So then let's do let's do 2 hours. That seems reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. All right.
Oh. So this you guys left around 8:30. So
Marliana
this
doesn't
would
have
be,
tracking.
we'll say
But
3
can
hours
she still help?
past that, 3.5. So that would be, one second, I'm just figuring out time. 8:30 left, 3.5 hours later. So it's 12. So this would be 2 hours. So sorry, say it again, Marliana.
Can Marliana help Karina?
Yes, but all it does is add on to the bonus, I believe.
Well, then never mind.
Yeah. Unfortunately. But yes, you can.
Doesn't matter. I mean, she would.
Like
But
for
it
the
doesn't
future,
matter.
I mean, yeah. Are you
Alright.
versed or not versed?
I don't have tracking, but I used to be the tracker as the nature geography.
If Karina uses nature geography, the bonus you add is more. If you're not versed, you add a bonus, but it's less.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one would be more effective.
Well, the
'cause-
DC is lower usually with tracking than it is with nature geography by default.
Right.
So the bonus, even if you're adding a lower bonus, might be better since the DC is lower.
Yeah, I guess that's
depends.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess since I don't know exactly, I'll just go with the tracking and the smaller plus.
Okay. So, do we have any scouts or anything like that, or any I don't actually, are they called scouts? What the fuck? What are they called? I'm tripping on the
Scouts
rolls.
are the ones who do the inspection rolls, right?
Yes, the inspections and stuff like that. If you're looking for like different little outcrops of things, which I think.
Imagine we need some awareness.
Yes, we need spotters. That's
which is usually homie and.
I had
Me.
Jai actually, ironically. Jai, what's your inspection?
Let me see. My inspection is A5.
That's why I had it. Jai, you can be looking for things. Oh yeah, also you would have been for that 2 hours you could have counted that as researching your thing. So you would have gotten the DC reduction by 1. Would you have wanted to keep researching it or would you have wanted to start scouting?
I think Jai would stop at this point and just roll to see what Jai got.
Okay. Roll a knowledge. We'll say a knowledge soul energy.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, if
What
you
is Jai?
go, sorry.
I was about to ask a dumb question. Never mind.
Okay. After you're done with that, please roll a inspection. What'd you get?
Can I I can't re-roll, can I?
Did you have you rolled your
Don't
things?
You need your daily roll.
Yeah, roll 2
Yeah,
d20s.
It's a new day.
Yep, new day. Roll your things.
Oh, bet. I'm re-rolling because why do I keep getting all these nat ones?
Just roll 2
The dice
d20s
move.
Absurd.
and see what you want. What you get. I see a 19 on one. And then what's the other one? A 9. So you can these are your 2 that you can replace for the day.
Jai would like to use the
Well, not
Jai's
day,
9.
long rest, I should say. You want to use the 9. Okay, cool. So you keep that 9. Write down that you have these. Keep the 19.
Okay.
And that is one of your specials.
It is written.
Cool. So 9. That would be an 18. Okay, that will actually be a success here. So let's first roll your research. Your research has gleamed a couple things. For one, you Starsha would give you access to the pages to go through. It's this information is actually since there's actually some interesting things about this. So one of these pages, these are all not pages you think from the same maybe person. Like some of this might be annotations by Alan or just another person inspecting like that knows about Beogol, and then some of this stuff seems like it's a written log of somebody that did some type of expedition nearby Qual'd. They don't say Qual'd though. They say there's a term they would say. I'm actually gonna look it up. Give me one moment. I gotta dig into some lore. That's the wrong area to dig into. That is the wait. Is it the right area? It might be the wrong area again. One moment. I'm going to pull up. This would be. There we go. Let me pull that up. And then let me go to Lalel and Qual'd, and I can see. I wonder if I just type in Beogol, it'll pop up. No. Yes. Question mark. No. Okay, it's in Qual'd. That actually kind of makes sense that I'd find it in Qual'd. Alright, let me see something. I just gotta read a little bit. Version. Okay. So, for one, there is something you find, for better or worse, called, the words are Ulvernus Ulsum, is the words, and I will actually put them in the chat for you. They seem to be some incantation with what they actually, like, what that means, not really being... I could put this... Actually, I'm going to put this in story information. One moment. Found in notes pertaining to Alan Hardock
I'll be back in
and...
like 5 minutes.
Yep, you're good. And his... of the Beogal ring. Beogal red quartz ring. Comma. An incantation of sorts which are whose exact purpose has been scratched out of the record. I spelled, oh my god, the thing, you know the thing when it pops up on Google, on,
Why is it scratched up?
you know when, like, you're typing something in, Discord, and then it shows you how wrong you spelled everything? Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
that was rough.
Damn.
Also, why is it scratched out? Good question. Yeah, so found the notes pertaining to Alan Hardock and his usage of the Beogal Red Quartz Ring. You can see this in DF story discussions. You should probably put this in ours, but it doesn't matter. Ulvernus Alsum, an incantation of sorts whose exact purpose has been scratched out of the record. Directly, it literally, when you look at the page, it has been scratched out. You're not sure if it was done by Alan or by someone else, but you're not exactly sure what this word means, or the language, but you are kind of gleaming. There's other incantations of a similar cadence and kind of like dialect, so you think they're all related to the same, whatever language this is. Actually, what language do you speak? I need to know, Jai.
Jai speaks a couple languages. Let me check.
Yes, I believe Jai, they speak quite a few, actually, so...
Jai speaks Common, Feline, Noblesse, Sylvian, and there's 3 rare languages that Jai never picked out.
Jai needs to pick those languages, probably next session, so...
Yes. Yes.
So Jai, well, just for the sake of things, say you don't know this language. You at the moment you don't know what this language is. You could always ask.
I said Jai speaks 7 languages.
Yes, Jai is a little bit of a linguist themselves, it seems. But outside of that, yeah, outside, like, so you yourself are not sure what this language is. Maybe others would. You'd have to ask them. But in any case, at the moment, you see this. There is also something. What was I gonna say? There is something else you gleaned from your research. The actual. So the main, like, courts here. So this kind of relates to what you were told yesterday by Shuk. It seems as though there is mention of Red Quartz itself kind of being like a power source often used by various arcanas. That seems to match what Shuk said. However, and specifically what's outlined is that there is kind of a signet quartz crystal, or like a particular chunk that can be found, or sometimes it uses the word presented, that allows this connection to more directly be made. This is also something that's usually something that has to be used when trying to summon a Beogal to you, or summon the connection to one. as you need one of these like primary red quartz crystals to actually do it. There is ways it says of making them, but it doesn't tell you how. It just mentions it in some of these notes. But yes, outside of that, another thing you discover. You haven't tried to do this yet, and you never mentioned it. I thought it would be funny maybe next session if you figured that out, but you'll just find out now. You probably can't unattune from this thing by yourself. You are stuck with it for the time being. There might be ways of removing its connection, but you are probably not going to be able to do that with just willing it to happen. You might need to instill some more direct means of removing things. As it says specifically that the effects of this are effectively like a curse, and would have to be removed in the similar manner to it. Depending on how deep the connection, it might be a particularly nasty curse too. So.
My apologies.
Why are you apologizing? Wait, what?
My phone.
Your what?
I missed what you said. My phone died.
Oh, your phone died. Unfortunate. Where did I cut out for you?
You cut out about like
What was the
a
last
minute
thing
or
you
two?
heard? What's the last thing you heard?
You were saying you were talking about how there was like similarities between what like Shuck had said
Oh, okay.
and
Long story short, to what Shuka said, or Shuka said, what was it? First thing, the words. I think I said that you got the part. So did you get the part about how you don't know the language, but maybe some other people might? You're not sure until you ask. The other thing
yeah.
was that okay, so you got that. There are other mentions of like different words that are similar. The thing that mirrored what Shuk said was that there is there is a primary quartz or red quartz kind of connection ring or not ring, or connection point that's made. Usually there's some type of mass or there's some type of like specific quartz that can be found or summon or used in the summoning of a Baelgol to make this type of pact with them, or it can be made. However, it does not outline how to make one. It usually denotes you need to find one, and then that can be used as your initial thing. The only other thing after that was said was that where I was leading into was you are probably incapable of. So you haven't tried this yet, but if you wanted to confirm your suspicions, it outlines that you most likely cannot remove this pact from yourself by normal means or by willful means is what it says. Once the pact is made, it effectively acts like a curse, is what it says. And depending on how deep the connection, the greater the curse removal instruments might need to be. Yes.
If Jai stays away from it, will it be a very small connection?
It does not denote distance mattering. Once the connection is made, the pact has been made.
Is there any mentions of like how to have a smaller connection versus a larger connection, or vice versa?
Nope. It does not denote any of that. It seems like their information's either probably missing because this is pages of separate parts, or there might not be any. You're not sure.
Jai will, in a moment of honesty, whisper to Starsha something, but Jai's gonna try to be extremely quiet to the point where only Starsha can hear it.
Starsha is currently like leaning back, and she's like, "What's wrong? What is it?"
So it did say something.
Oh yeah, research. She sits up a bit. What did it say?
Potency and power. Now, I myself don't really have interest in more power per se. I enjoy learning more knowledge, Not necessarily that fascinating, meaning more powerful.
She nods. Where is this going?
That's all. I was just gonna say that I heard it say something.
You might want to be careful and keep it in the thing for a bit then. If it doesn't seem like it can connect to anything, it might calm down a bit.
Okay. I wonder if it'd be useful in a fight.
I imagine it would be, at least at the moment. It is an enchanted, well, it is an arcane channeling tool. But there's a trade-off based on what I was gathering from the notes. Beogol packs have somewhat of a... From what I recall, even from Alan, they have somewhat of a caustic effect on the wielder sometimes.
Yeah, I'll definitely just save it for emergencies. Can Jai like keep the box in like a backpack on Jai?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
It's like a jewelry case, basically. So you can keep it easily in a bag.
That sounds good.
So Starsha would say, do not attune to it as well.
Okay.
What about you, sis?
Okay. Yeah, Jai just says okay.
Yep.
Trying not to give anything away.
Jai in the back of their head, like panicking, like oh shit.
Yeah, maybe.
Future Jai problem.
Curiosity did kill the cat, but it's
sounds like a future
okay.
Jai problem to worry about, not current Jai. Well, in either case, yes. After so roll me that inspection as you're going to, if you want to see what you can find, combing around the area, of course, while you guys are going on the wagon. This is going to be at 2 o'clock now in the afternoon, as you're near Lalel. Roll me again. How long would you like to spend Marliana? Oh, and also, homie, please roll me an awareness. Wrong place.
Alright.
Yeah.
I guess another 2 hours. I mean, can't really help in that one, so let's do it again.
I only rolled a 12.
There you go.
There we go.
We'll just change.
And so, what is the... Marliana's going to help again. Try to.
Okay. What'd you
Not
get?
that it really matters. Got a 23.
Okay, 24 then. Wait, no. Yes, 24. Alright. Alright, that is indeed... Where's my wilderness? Ah, there it is. Yes, I had to grab something. Alright, so that was your first success. Congratulations. As you are going through the wetlands, you can see that there are a couple of, well, there's a couple of things of note. Obviously there's tracks of various different creatures that cross by. In fact, even as you guys are like in the wetlands, you can see there's creatures that like occasionally like look over, like large ones, small ones. You'd see there's like a couple Uldor that are like sitting on top of a rock, like resting. They kind of look over, stretching their necks up, but they don't like go over to try to attack you or even like look like crawl over to see out of curiosity. They just kind of put their necks back down and just keep an eye on you, but don't really do anything. You pass by them like 30 feet away from them without them doing much of anything. But as you're passing them, they kind of like, or as you pass them, Karina stops, gets out of the wagon, and you, I imagine, following after her, just trying to see like what she's noticing. stop before
Yeah.
what looks to be some rocks that have been, well, not really rocks as much anymore, or like boulders. They're more just like pebbles and like debris. You can see little fragments of metal in the gravel and the kind of floating in the water. It looks like some type of. There's also burn marks across certain things as well, across the rocks and the ground and some of the trees. Definitely not magical or spiritual, and definitely not from a beast. This looks like maybe some type of technology explosion, like a grenade or an explosive of some kind, like a missile.
I'll actually then call out to Starsha, like, Starsha, come take a look at this.
Yep, Starsha will hop off the wagon and she'll wander. She'll walk over. Starsha's gonna need to make a knowledge technological. As she tries to inspect what's happening. She'll lean down. Oh, wow.
Hey!
Starsha knows, yeah, she knows a lot about this. So she leans down, kind of looks at it a bit. Fari will also get off the wagon, kind of walk over and look. Says, and she'll just say, alright, so it seems that we have some constructs in the area. Starsha nods. Yes, most likely. She looks out at the rocks and looks at the trees. Maybe 5 or 6. There's signs of debris that looks like they're from some type of rockets. This was most likely caused by one of the constructs, but there's bullet holes in the tree. Maybe 1 to 3 that shoot from a range? At least something with regular projectiles. These tracks, though, they're not... One of them... She puts her foot next to it. One of them is humanoid in shape. But the other ones... Those more resemble that of a beast. She kind of looks... My guess is probably 3 to 4 beasts. Well, beast-type constructs, and maybe 2 humanoids. But whatever shot these rockets, it wasn't standing here. In fact, she kind of looks over. I'd imagine it was across the water, based on the trajectory of them. But it didn't pursue. Maybe it sent the other constructs after whatever they were. Wait, she kind of stops. They were chasing something. She kind of like follows the tracks again. Like walking around, and Karina also follows with her and is noticing. Yeah, they did. They went like, and Karina puts her finger to the ground and kind of traces a line that way. She kind of snaps over and looks. It looks like there was a construct, maybe moving this way, maybe around the same time. It was with something, a creature. You can see, she kind of looks over past some of the rocks in the ground where it's a little bit softer, where there's a lot more, easily seen, tracks. And you would actually see a track that you recognize, Marliana, as it resembles that of an Aerodrock. It must have been a wild Aerodrock out here. Well, why did they attack the Aerodrock? Moreover, the construct with it. It's not unheard of for there to be beasts that follow along constructs, even graze with them. Not especially in this area. But for them to attack another construct or creature, it's just... Normally they only do so if there's some type of irregularity spotted. At least that's what Gareth tells me. At least that's what Gareth tells me. So my question would be... Why would they do this? Starsha kind of sits up and looks back over at the rest of the group and just kind of shrugs. Not sure, but I'm sure we're going to find out once we find them. My guess is something might be messing with the matrices. The better way, the brains, effectively. Is there any type of automated setting that the constructs in the area are on? Maybe some waypoint tower they go to? Karina kind of sits up. I mean, I heard Gareth talk about something about a tower of some kind, but I don't know if we know where it is. Maybe the chief knows? She kind of looks over. Starsha kind of thinks. Well, in lieu of not knowing where that is exactly, for now, let's just try to find these constructs. If they're attacking creatures with reckless abandon, then there's no that explains why Gareth said that they were attacking some of the hunters. Starsha will head back to the wagon. Karina short behind with Fari. Sim, you'll follow as well, Marliana.
Yeah.
At this point, it is 4 in the afternoon. Sun's still up, pretty high. So, where you wanna spend another 2 hours?
I think just 1 hour this time.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
All right.
Alright. That's what we're talking about. So, after another another hour as it hits 5. Sun's still up, though you can see it is starting to go down. Not super far yet. Still pretty bright. You manage to get to like an area where there's a bunch of those little small puddles, or those wide puddles that Karina was talking about, with the varying amounts of depth. But also, faintly, you can at first it sounds like the forest or the wetlands start to get like a little quieter, and then faintly you can hear, or not hear, you would see what looks to be some machine parts, like a trail of them. And shortly after, you would see what looks to be a destroyed, maybe it's kind of like a more raptor-like construct, I'd almost say, that's been definitely pretty badly ripped apart by, it doesn't look like a creature did this. It looks like it was gunfire and other metal, like tearing on metal. Having like ripped this thing and left it in the left it line of like along the path here you're going. Karina kind of gets out and goes over to the body and kind of looks. She's like, this is fresh. They're probably within a 500 or 800 foot area of us. Starsha will look over. Karina, do you think you could pinpoint the direction? She's like, if you give me a moment, sure. Starsha says, alright, that's good. Alright, some people need to stay back and keep a track of the wagon. Make sure that Sobek and Brutus don't get too spooked, as well as if something happens that we get the wagon out of here. 6 to 7 of us should head over wherever Karina spawns. Who's going?
I could stay back.
I'll go.
Starsha nods.
But maybe Karina should stay, so someone who knows how to drive is
Good point.
here.
Rebecca
I
will.
could stay with Karina.
Rebecca will kind of stretch and say, I don't mind going. Is it... Homie, what about you? Uh-oh, did we lose Homie? We might have lost Homie. Let's see. We will check if Homie is awake. If Homie is not, we might pause here, which I would hate to do, but also might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like that's the way it's heading. Because I have no, it does not seem like our other player will be making it tonight, so. If they were, I would say let's keep going, but yeah. Well, in that case, we will leave the cliffhanger on, well, what the party is about to find. as they end up getting over here to the Lalel marshes or wetlands. So, if you enjoyed the episode, please give us a like and comment down below. Comment down below. What would you make the comment down below if you made it this far?
Who they think is gonna go on the mission?
Yeah. Who do you think is gonna go on
Like
the
which
mission?
pick?
Yes. And just see, it might be different than what has been said right now. Maybe Jai does decide to go on the mission and, instead, since we're stopping here. Who knows? Also, here's another one. What do you think? I guess it's kind of like, now people probably know, at least for Fari, but what do you think Fari and our two new party members, Fari and Rebecca, what do you think their specialities are? Obviously, Fari is a guardian, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's all of what Fari's got in their bag. So, what do you think? What do you think that they are? And yeah, we'll have those be our comments, theorizing on that. And also, what do you think is making the constructs go haywire? Because I will bet you will find at least some answers in the next session, but maybe not all of them. And maybe the answer we receive might leave the party with a little bit of some concern for what's the shenanigans are happening in Lalel. And also, what do you think is happening with the notes that Jai has been reading? As one of those notes... Oh, this is the other thing I forgot. One of those notes that Jai had found actually was logs about some type of expedition that someone had in the area between Lalel and Moga, or at least around that area. So, that's what Jai's next main research thing will be. Maybe Jai might find some information if she asks, or if they ask around Lalel. So, in any case, yes, leave us a like, give us one of those comments and such. Of course, if you would like to be notified about more stuff as it pertains to Dreamforge and such, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and of course, share us around as it helps us get more people exposed to Dreamforge and hopefully get on and join the community and try the game out themselves. Of course, if you would like to follow or join the community yourself, you can do so by going down in the description box below and going to our community Discord, where we manage all of our community members and such. You can chat with us, the team that does Shadow Guardians, and just other people that are playing around. Maybe find some new friends to play with and such. Of course, if you'd like to see some of the artwork and such that are related to Dreamforge, you can do so by following all of our different socials and stuff, whether that be Blue Sky, Twitter, Instagram, etc. As we'll have some new updates there soon. But yes, in any case, thank you all for watching. We hope to see you in the next episode of Echoes of Stardust. Bye-bye.
See ya.